All right, watch out now. Watch it, y'all. Off my toe. Come on, girl. Put your snoot to use, mother.
Star Child here, citizens of the universe, getting it on, partying on the mothership. When Gable's horn blow, you better be ready to go. Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time. Free your mind and come fly with me. It's hip on the mothership. Grooving, Star Child here. Coming forth to take you home. Get it on.
I don't think they had you, man.
Get it on. Connection, home of the people, the bar, uncut fun.
Man, blessings to everybody up in here, man. Blessings to everybody. Man, I truly appreciate you coming up in here. I know some of y'all still cooking while listening to this game. You know what I mean? You're going to have your family and friends over tomorrow and things like that. You know, so you just cooking and things like that, you know, while you're listening to this game. As you know, I'm not into the days, but blessings to you. I want you to have a good time. You know, blessings to everybody. Everybody that got their family with them. Everybody that's going to be spending time with their friends, you know, their loved ones. I want you to have a good time. You know, regardless of whatever our spiritual beliefs may be, whatever we believe in and whatever we don't believe in. One thing I do believe in is you having a good time, enjoying yourself and loving your family. Okay? So shout out to everybody. Man, I totally appreciate that. Hold on, let me acknowledge that brother. That brother came in respecting this game. I have to acknowledge the man. The man came in here respecting the game. Hold on. Yeah, Anti. Man, I appreciate that dollar, Anti. Yeah, good looking, man. Shout out to Anti, man, that sent the dollar in. Man, blessings to you, man. Appreciate the love. Christopher, man, good looking, man. Yeah, P-Funk and the Pimpin in the same night. Yeah. Blessings to you, man. Appreciate that, fam. Yeah, get up in here, man, before I get started. Come on, man, get them likes up. See if we could get them likes, man, touch 300, man. Everybody hit the like button. How y'all been? I wanted to let that last video breathe a little bit before I come in. People talking about, finally, where he been? I just got through speaking on the death of another young man that didn't get to see the age of 30. I wanted to have respect for the word that just came through. I didn't want to hurry up and rush right back into carnality, so I let it breathe. You did? I let it breathe, man. I wanted to come back, of course, and preach and teach the game, but I had to let that breathe. Bill, glory to the Most High, God, and glory be to God for blessing us with this game. Oh, come and see. Oh, come and see that the game is good. Let God be true. Let this game be true. And every man a liar. Bless, man. Appreciate that, Bill. Good looking, man. Black coming in here with the dollar. Josh coming in here with the 5. Appreciate that, fam. Blessings to you. Saying no, blessings to you. You know? Yeah, okay, we almost there, man. Come on, let's do. I don't want to have to keep saying hit the like button throughout this message. I just want to be able to teach without that. Okay, so when you see us getting ahead, where we like 300 people over the likes, we shouldn't be doing that. Like I'm already telling you, once they get to like 500 people up in here and we got 300 likes, come on, man. Keep the likes on one accord with the viewers, all right? Let me see this. Okay, yeah, we in here, man. Katrina fine ass up in here. Okay, I feel good. Paulina fine ass up in here. Okay, I feel good. Shout out to all the ladies. Okay, we got Denise pretty ass up in here. Hey, baby. Yeah, all the ladies up in here, man. Shout out to all the ladies. You know, tremendous, man. Appreciate that too. That thumbnail is hilarious. Yeah, it is, man. Appreciate that 5, man. Good looking. Matter of fact, since you brought up the thumbnail, before I even get into my message, that's part of the message. And it wasn't even part of the message, but that just dropped in my spirit. Hey, man, when you look at me and my 2 students at that time, because, you know, when I'm showing pictures of former students and things like that, whenever it's former, I'll, let their face show, unless basically they got something going on as far as, some court dealings or maybe they didn't got involved in spirituality. Like if anybody didn't know me, especially the ex-students of mine, you notice I don't post Tanika. I never use those types. It's certain pictures that I never use with certain former hoes of mine because of the recent lifestyles that they involved in. I'm very respectful, as I think I told you guys more than once that, of course, she's getting ready to get married. I'm respectful, man. I understand, hey, you getting ready to get married. Hey, you changed, but this game hasn't. You decided to get married. Hey, I don't mean to sound heartless. I'm still pimping. But we have two different lifestyles, and even though you're on the other side now, you still calling and thinking about me. But at the same time, I'm gonna respect the fact that you're an evangelist now, you're married and things like that. So no, I'm not trying to blast whatever you got. If you go to the spiritual field or the political field, I will let you prosper. You hear what I'm saying? Let me teach that for a minute before I even get into the picture and everything like that. It's been for a while now. Some of you guys caught on, because some things that maybe she said in a live video or something like that. But hey, man, I got some ex-hoes, man, that very Instagram famous. Because they're on VH1 and, they're on VH1 doing their thing and got over 1 million. I've never used them to come on YouTube to blow me up. I've never done that. That just lets you know the type of man that I am, which that's one of the first things we're going to talk about. Just the type of man that I am. I never tried to clout up, on that. We are what we are because we just teach and preach game. It's certain topics we could have used certain things. I could have used certain scandals and we good on that, fam. We appreciate the game doing everything that it's done for us over here, man. We appreciative. Hold on, let me see this. Mac Mills, man, appreciate the 10, fam. Peaceful, appreciate the 10. Yeah, so, if you see like me putting something over a broad's face in a picture, that means that, of course, let me teach this before I move on. If I put a picture up and I'm covering the faces of the one, it's either maybe if they are previous and not recent, it's because of whatever lifestyle they're involved in. And, it is what it is, do your thing. But for other reasons, I'm not like you guys, man. P, what you mean by that? Hey, man, the hoe is for the dough. Yeah, she ain't for show. Yeah, man, you got a lot of y'all that forgot, man. Then some of you guys, man, the bride ain't been with you for 2 seconds and you already trying to make her Instagram famous. And then when she blow up, and leave you, she then went on to the next dude and they like, wait a minute, ain't that such and such? He was just cheesing all in her face and making it seem like she was just a blessing to the game. And then less than 2 weeks later, she with another nigga and things like. We don't do that, fam. The hoe is for the dough. She's not for the show. Man, y'all forgot that. Putting the hoe all on the internet. Hey, what if somebody want to kill you? What if somebody want to do you some harm? And, I got something against you. I can hurt you easily if I just so happen to see a bride of yours, out and about. You know what I mean? Now, I wouldn't have been able to hurt your hoe or kill your hoe or rob your hoe if I didn't know who your hoe was. You guys have become too comfortable putting your hoes all on the internet, man. And a lot of these brides ain't even sat up there and did anything for you to give them that type of fame. Y'all are clouding these brides up, and these brides ain't got to do nothing to get clouded up. They clouded up for everything else but some hoeing. You know what I mean? Stop it, man. So yeah, I didn't even mean to do all of that, but the game, the spirit of the pimpin' just led me that way to just spank you niggas. I ain't even took my motherfucking belt off with this shit yet. Hey, but check this out. In that picture, some of y'all gonna laugh, but this is just the truth. Hey man, that's the night that R. Kelly canceled. Those of you that was in Arizona, you remember, man, Kels was supposed to come through. Yeah, Kels was supposed to come through. There was a few, groups that had sung before him that opened up for Kels. But at the very last minute, R. Kelly got into it with the promoter, man. They ended up having some type of discrepancy. And, man, motherfuckers came out all sharp and dressed up. And Kels didn't I'm just telling like it is, didn't even come through. Hold on. But I'm just using that to show you that that's another thing that separates us. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yes, that's what another thing that separates us from these other niggas in the game. We take our women out. Yeah, we take our women out, man. You know, I wish I was in Vegas. I wish it was a machine I could press a button and be in Vegas and take, them to go see Usher. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. We take hoes to concerts and operas and the museum. You always looking for different things that can separate you from everybody else. Everybody's not doing that. Everybody not taking their women, to a concert. Everybody not taking their women to see a jazz concert. Everybody not taking their women to see Brian Culbertson. No, they not. I know many of you don't even know who Brian Culbertson is. But I guarantee you, man, if you take, you can have women talking about, I don't like jazz. If you ask most young women, especially black, you say you like a little jazz, she might lie and say yeah, but she don't know. You the one that got to expose her to that. You got to expose her to Chris Bodie. You got to expose her to Brian Culbertson. You got to expose her to Richard Ramont. You got to do that, man. It's up to you. These women don't know nothing about no jazz music. It's up to you, young fly black man, even though I'm talking to the participants in the game, for you young men that's not in the game, hey man, that's what's gonna separate you from these other niggas. Take your woman out. Take your women out. Don't be boring. Especially if you got a young woman, you know what I mean, that ain't never been nowhere, take her out. And then I'm gonna keep it all the way one real. Even if she's older, take her out. All of this, I'm just a house potato. That's cool and everything, but take her out. I know what she told you. She don't like going out. She's a homebody and everything like that. Hey man, tell her to put on something sexy and classy and take her motherfucking ass out. Take her out. Take her to some jazz concert, R&B. You guys ain't got no excuse. It's a concert right now that I would love to see if I was in the States right now. It's Maxwell, Joe, and Anthony Hamilton. Nigga, if I was in the States, I would be there. Maxwell, Joe, and Anthony Hamilton. Go look that shit up on Google. Some of y'all got girlfriends whose birthdays coming up. Valentine's Day ain't nothing but 2 seconds. I'm not even into these days, but I'm just dropping game on you, man. It's no reason for, your relationship or whatever lifestyle that you live for your life to be the best definition of boring. Get out the house. Go out. Go somewhere. Enjoy music. Enjoy art. Appreciate that, bro. Look at Brown Hornet coming through with this, man. Appreciate that, fam. But yes, man, if I was in the States, I would definitely go see Anthony and Maxwell. For sure. Yeah, I would love to take, my women to go see, really just honestly, and I love all three of them, but really just Maxwell alone. Just Maxwell could just come really by himself. You know what I mean? I would just come literally just with my women just to see Maxwell. Joe got a good catalog. Anthony Hamilton got a good catalog. Hey man, but hey, if you've ever taken your hoe or some hoes to one of them old school R&B concerts, you could just tell they never been nowhere. They mama never took them nowhere. Before they got in the lifestyle, the boyfriend, them niggas never took. You got to show them there's a difference between them niggas that you was fucking with and this pimping. Hold on, let me look at the cash apps. Appreciate that, Keith. Detroit, good looking, man. Devin, man, appreciate the cash app. Diane, appreciate the PayPal, baby. Good looking. You always coming through with the dollar on the PayPal. But baby, check this out. Get out the house. Seeing my woman 40-something years old, take her out. Seeing my woman 50, take her out. Some of you I ain't even got into my message yet, but let me just drop this on even you squares. Some of y'all done got too comfortable in your relationships. This go for pimps, hoes, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever your title may be. Some of you, no matter, and it happens in all walks of life. That's why I'm giving this universal game right now that we all know. You just just a friendly reminder. This ain't a revelation. I'm just bringing some remembrance in the conversation. Hey, check this out. Even though y'all don't ever think that, this relationship or this marriage guaranteed because of how long we've been together. You don't got to do this no more. You don't got to sit up there and keep the suspense going. You don't got to do anything exciting. We don't have to go out because we've been together so long. We don't have to do this. I don't have to give you compliments. I don't have to say anything meaningful. I don't have to sit up there and make you feel, good anymore because of how long we've been together. And many people do that, in every relationship. It's just different titles, but it's the same boring ass spirit, that's in all relationships and all walks of life. People begin to just take people for granted because of how long they've been together. Don't do that. That's what make them relationships accelerate to the expiration date before the appointed time, simply because, you done forgot you got to knock her every day. You still knocking her every day. Hey, we say that in the game, but even for you squares, you could even take heed to this game that's coming from this pimping. You got to knock her every day. Every day. Every day I'm coming up with new game. Every day I'm coming up with new love. Every day I'm coming up with new comfort. Every day I'm renewing it. Every day I'm replenishing it. Every day. It don't stop. If you a husband, it don't stop. The love don't stop. Oh man, we've been together for 20. We ain't thinking about that no. Man, you better sit up there, you understand me? If you want to maintain, what God blessed you to have, your union, hey man, you better sit up there and you better replenish that. Trying to tell you. You better get out of there. Oh, we've been together for 17 years. She ain't going nowhere. All right. People think that sin becomes less attractive because of the age. The older you get, temptation becomes, less of a temptation. Bullshit. You would be 60, 70 years old, still having temptation. As long as you in the flesh, you're going to always have temptation. And if you're in a relationship with an individual and you're not doing what's vital to your title within that relationship, you're helping that person, yield to temptation because you're not doing your part. But hey, that's another message, man. I don't even know. I didn't even mean to go there, man. But the game just said, somebody needed to hear that. Somebody needed to hear that, man. I just had to just drop that in your spirit. But man, take your woman out. Take your women out. Yeah, and that picture right there in the thumbnail, yeah, we was out. Yeah, we was out, man. If you talk to any ex-student of mine, she will tell you, if she keep that 100, some of these brides ain't never been to no concerts, no museums. They ain't never been to no resorts. None of that. Hey man, when I think about some of the things I've done, I'll be like, damn, she ain't even deserve all of that, the stuff she was doing. Took your little ghetto ass from wherever you was and had you all up in the Venetian, had you all up in the most, expensive, exquisite, resort, man, period. I'm like, man, she didn't even deserve all that. But it's because of the man that I am. It ain't about her. It's because of the man that I am. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That's the first thing we're going to talk about. What can separate me from others in the game? The man that I am. It's the man that I am. Before I get to talking about anything else, we gonna go back to that first law, that first game that the incomparable Mel Taylor gave many years ago. You got to be a man first. It's the man that I am. I didn't do that because she was so great. I didn't do that, you know what I mean, because she had did something that compelled me to do that. I just did that because I am that I am. I did that because of the man that I am. It's the man that I am that keeps me producing when she don't produce. It's the man that I am when she's weak and when she's down. I'm still up. No matter what I'm going through, I'm still producing regardless of how the fuck I feel because of the man that I am. It's the man that I am. With everything that I've went through, you know what I mean? It's the man that I am that hinders me from getting on the internet crying, talking about I'm getting ready to leave the game. I'm not gonna even say this participant's name. Man, that shit vexed the shit out of me. Everybody weeping and gnashing and lamentations and all of that up in the damn comment section because he talking about he leaving the game and all of that. Man, I would have never made that Winnie the Pooh ass post. You know why? Because of the man that I am. It's the man that I am. I can get into it with one of my P partners. We could have a heated debate. We could get into a physical fight. And I'll never come to the internet and tell you about it. Why? Simply because of the man that I am. It's the man that I am. I done got into it with my brothers. I done got into it with my partners. But I'm not going to sit up there and bring that shit to the internet. You know why? It's because of the man that I am. Appreciate that, Julian. Appreciate the dollar, man. Appreciate that hundo. Good looking, fam. It's because of the man that I am. That's what prevent me from doing sucker shit. That's what prevent me from doing shit that's contrary to the game. It's because of the man that I am. Before you a pimp, you got to be a man first. We can't forget that. Before you are a pimp, you are a man first. Any other title that you got out here in them streets, that's an addition. That's just an additional title. But that first title better be intact. That man shit. The man that I am. Now, let me get into this before I sit up there and keep punching y'all in the chest with this truth. You know, in society and even within religiosity, they teach you that a man is a provider. And we're not negating that. Because he is. But they make it seem like that's the all be all of what a man is. Like the only thing that you got to do in order to be a man is be able to financially provide, and that's it. In other words, in order to be a man, you got to be a trick. In order to be a man, you got to sit up there and work a job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, have a career to take care, you know what I mean, of this woman. That's a man. You know, that's the definition that society, religiosity has given us. You know, is to basically sit up there and work a job or, you know, have a career. Like if you really think about what we were even told when we was little kids, you know what I mean? A lot of the young boys always used to say that I'm going to be a fireman. I'm going to be a policeman. I'm going to be a doctor. And then they would end it, you know, so I could take care of my family. I could take care of my wife and my kids. Because that's what was implanted. That's what was deposited into children, you know, since yay tall. The definition of a man basically was, you know, him providing, you know what I mean, for a woman. That's if you ask most guys, you know, what is a man, the first thing that's going to come out of his mouth is providing for a woman. And I'm here to tell you that should not be the first thing that come out your damn mouth. Appreciate that 20, fam. Thank God for this game. Message is much appreciated. Man, blessings to you. That should not be the first thing that come out your mouth. We are not negating or debating, you know what I mean, that is accurate because we are providers. I didn't debate that. We are protectors. That's not to be debated. I'm not trying to debate that. But that's just sad that your definition of what a man is basically him just being a provider, him just being a protector. That's your profound meaning. That's your I've even listened to, and I love the minister. I even listened to Minister Farrakhan. I've listened to Pastor Meeks. I've listened to Bishop Jakes. I've listened to many renowned, famous, just cold mouthpiece spiritual teachers and leaders speak on what a man is. And I have to say that one of the coldest, outstanding, understanding perspectives came from a representative by the name of Andre Taylor. Mel Taylor gave, an interpretation. Andre Taylor came with a deeper revelation. And when he spoke about the value of the man, when he defined what a man was, even though he didn't go into define it as to be one word, of course, he went on and on and on to explain it. But when I put it all in simplicity, Dre was pretty much saying that a man is the truth. Because if you look at the examples that, Andre has taught us, he simply said that, the man is, he's not wavering. He's unshakable. He's always abounding. Regardless of whatever circumstance that he's in, he's always maintaining his character. He's not like Adam, when the second Adam that later on became Eve, when she did what she did, God said, where art thou? Oh man, it was the woman that you gave. See, a man don't do no shit like that. A man understands that even when the woman is not producing or she did something that was contrary to that which is right, the man is going to take full responsibility, because of his headship. He's going to take full responsibility for what happened and what didn't happen. Why? Because it happened on his watch. That's what a leader does. So if this woman or group of women are not producing, who does the responsibility fall on? The man, the leader. It's the man. And so that's what I want to talk about. The man. Are you a man? Many of you profess to be pimps, macs, and gangsters. That shit cute to a little white girl in the suburbs. But hey, check this out. Are you a man though? And if you are a man, what type of man are you? Now, we got some good truths, some bad truths, some beautiful truths, some ugly truths. But one thing I can respect about the truth, whether it be beautiful or whether it be ugly, good or bad, I have to respect the truth because it's the truth. Did you hear what I said? Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's beautiful, whether it's ugly, whether it's, honorable, dishonorable, whatever. You have to respect the truth because it's the truth. That's why I told you, whatever lifestyle that you live, make sure that you're a man. Whether you're living in a beautiful lifestyle, spiritual lifestyle, carnal lifestyle, whatever, make sure that whatever lifestyle that you decide to live, make sure that you're a damn man. Make sure that you're the truth and you live in your truth within that lifestyle. Be a man. No matter what the lifestyle you choose to live, be a damn man. And that's what's missing in the lifestyle as of today. We have many males professing to be pimps, but very few men. So I say to the youth today, if that's the lifestyle that you have decided to participate in, one thing that will separate you from most that profess to be pimps in today's era is being a man. Because just like today, a man is a UFO in society, a man is a UFO even in religiosity, I'm here to tell you that a man has become a UFO even in the game today. He's became damn near, an endangered species even in the game today. So if you can just be a man, do you hear what I say? If you can just be a damn man, that will separate you from majority of the niggas that profess to be a pimp today. If you could just be a damn man. If you could just be a man, you will outdo most of the niggas that's in the game today. If you just be a man and you're getting your man shit together. Just being a man. Just with that alone, you will be separated. Just with that alone, it will be a difference between you that possess it and them that just profess it and don't possess it. It'll be a major difference between y'all. If you can just be a damn man. We are missing men of honesty, men of integrity, men that's willing to die for what they believe in, men of principle, men with standards. That's what's missing. We have many males that profess it, but not many men that possess it. That's the difference. We had, if we was to do a comparison from today's era and yesterday's era, one of the major differences in today's era in comparison to yesterday's era is that we had more men in that time versus today we have more males professing to be pimps. And in the ancient times, we had more men professing to be pimps. That is the difference. That is a huge difference. We had more men. It's the type of man that you are. The man. You know? It's beyond just, talking slick and looking good, but as a man, because if you're going to be in these streets, man, you're going to run into some situations that if you can't be a damn man, you're going to fold. You're going to run into some shit and it's going to swallow you. It's going to devour you the fuck up if you're not a man. Let me just sit up there and just come through the door with this shit and take my belt off. Hey, check this out. You can't pimp past everything. Everything in this game, you're not going to be able to pimp past. Certain things you're going to be able to rationalize and, strategize on how you're going to socialize with this man and come to an understanding so you can avoid a misunderstanding with this particular man. But sometimes the volume of disrespect can be so high that you can't pimp past it. You cannot sing Kumbaya. You can't turn on a Shirley Caesar, Mahalia Jackson song and just pimp past it. It don't go like that. You gonna have to sit up there, and even though he's talking about he treat his pimping like a glass and he gonna put it here and get on some G shit and all of that. Hey man, and this ain't no disrespect, whatever y'all involved in. I know we got people from organizations, different mobs and gangs and all of that shit, but always remember that man shit gonna be above all of that shit that y'all talk about. Seeing what you mean? The man shit is bigger than the Crip shit. The man shit is bigger than the blood shit. The man shit is bigger than the GDBD Blackstone Vice Lord shit. The man shit. The man shit is bigger than the Paru shit. The man shit is bigger than the pimp shit. The man shit. And when you a man, you not gonna let nobody disrespect you as a man. Do you understand me? So he could be the coldest Crip. He could be the coldest blood. He could be the coldest gangster with a reputation for killing. But if you feel disrespected as a man, it's going to be something down on the inside of you that even causes you to rise up when others basically would have folded. You know why? Because you's a motherfucking man. You wouldn't be able to look at yourself in the mirror and see any less than what you are when you are a man. You refuse to go to that mirror and see anything less than what the fuck you is. So when others talking about, oh, I'm a Crip, oh, I'm a blood, I'm a gangster, oh, I beat up this nigga, I killed this nigga, I'll do this and I'll do that. None of that shit matters when you a man. None of that matters. I've heard and seen different ones pretend to be tough on the internet. And that's cute as long as it stay on the internet. And I'm not talking tough, but let's just be 100. All that stuff that you hear on the internet, you know what I mean? Those that know me, they will tell you, no, that's not, he don't even carry himself like that. But one thing, if they just keep it all the way 100 with you, they gonna let you know from a child to an adult, that nigga ain't never been no bitch. I've been jumped on, I've been stabbed, I've been shot at, but I've never been a bitch. Nobody's gonna tell you that, oh yeah, sin, yeah, I punked that nigga. Yeah, I punked that nigga. I told him woo woo. No. And it's not because I'm a tough guy. It's because I'm a man. It's not because I'm a Blackstone. It's because I'm a man. It's not because I'm a pimp. It's because I'm a man that I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. And if I die, I died a man. That's just how that go. I'm talking man shit right now. I'm gonna get to, we're gonna get to all the pimpish topics and all of that. I just wanted to come through with this man shit and hit you in the chest right quick with this, man. That man shit gonna keep you from being a sucker. That man shit gonna keep you from being a bitch. That man shit gonna keep you from getting punked. That man shit. That man, hey, listen, I didn't want to acknowledge the goofy. I didn't want to acknowledge his powerless platform, but it was just the fact that he was trying to create this whole PC thing, and I had to give clarity on that. Because anybody that did time with me will tell you, nah, man, he was on the main line. He was in general pop. They did that, and then he waived his rights and came back to general population. Seeing why did that bother you? Why did you have to give clarity? Why did you have to give the true history to that? Because you always have people trying to change the history and always try to minimize manhood. It wasn't about pimp shit at that time. It was about manhood. And I won't let anybody paint me to be any less than what I am, because I know what I had to endure. I knew what I had to go through, and I stood tall as a man. That's why I had to give clarity on that shit. I was in the North Tower. I was in general population. I came to high desert. They knew what it was. And just to be honest with you, no, I was not tough. My prison time was the best definition of smooth, if you really want to know. I had niggas that was older than me calling me OG. And it wasn't no thanks to me. It was just this game. It was just the game that God blessed me with. All glory and praise unto him. But the reason why I had to give clarity, because I didn't want no discrepancies to come when it came down to this man shit. Because if one of you niggas ever basically sit up there and get the balls to ever sit up there and challenge me on some man shit, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it every time. It don't have nothing to do with G shit. It's the man shit that's above the P shit and the G shit. So, like, I'm putting this spirit, and the reason why I'm coming through like this, because we have young people, and some of you guys think that you're going to be able to put a whole bunch of syllables together and look like Cat Williams and through this game. No, it don't go like that. It don't go like that. Some of y'all wasn't here when I had King Sean on and we had to talk about them West Side days. When that nigga sit up there, you understand me, and had that gun in my hoe's head. And I had to sit up there and Minister Farrakhan's situation and pimp at that nigga mind so he could get that gun away from my hoe's head because she done stole some money from him. We on the west side of the shot. You know what I mean? Certain situations you gonna be able to pimp now, just like I did. But certain situations, that's just like if a motherfucker sit up there and smack the shit out of you or hit you in your mouth. What you gonna sit up there and be like, oh man, I'm just gonna keep it pimping? No, it don't go like that. Oh, P, why you hit me? Oh, P, why every time you see my work down, you smack the shit out of my bench? Oh, P, no, P, P, why every time you see my hoe down, you smack the shit out of my bitch and you break on her and just get in your car and mob off? Peas. P. Come on, man. Hey, listen. You know what I mean? I didn't, like I said, I'm not going to go there. I'm just using that as an example. Many of y'all remember when I did that, you know what I mean? Man, I don't even want to say the name because many of y'all gonna be like, oh, I know who he talking. I ain't even, matter of fact, should I even go into, well, I'll just say this. It was this one event where a guy in New Orleans allowed a nigga to keep disrespecting him and his hoe. And the disrespect ended up, this dude ended up pretty much deleting the hoe, and the nigga just kept on going. Saying, what do you mean? He ended up getting into a situation in New Orleans. He was a Memphis nigga, and he let a New Orleans nigga disrespect him and disrespect the bitch. And because of the level of disrespect that was going on, because he neglected it and just basically, oh, he just gonna pimp past it. He just had the pimp past it mentality. Yeah, man, that hoe ended up getting deleted, man. Yeah, she got deleted. Yeah. Seeing what he do? Oh, he just kept going. Yeah, he just kept going. And I'm here to tell you that in this game, hey, it is what it is, man. Many people gonna have a different outlook on what I'm saying, but I'm here to tell you, man, in this game, man, I'll be damned if a nigga sit up there and delete a hoe of mine, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna sit up there, you understand me, and keep it pimping. No, it don't go like that. It don't go like that. But it do go like that when you a bitch. It do go like that when you ain't a man. And the reason why he felt like he could be disrespectful like that, because he knew that nigga was a bitch. He knew that nigga wasn't no man. You know? He knew he wasn't a man. Let me just tell you about this. Hey, check this out. Yeah, I said delete. Go look up what delete mean. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But this is he had prayer service. Yeah, we do with that. Moving on. But people know who to try things with. Of course, it's easy to put on tattoos and talk tough and look tough. But let me tell you something. Everybody got a limitation. These guys are not as hard as you think they are. They know how to pick their battles wisely. To you, they're going to create an image as if they just this big gangster. But in all actuality, most of them just choosing their battles wisely. If a nigga smell the perfume, a bitch ass nigga on you, he's going to try you. If a motherfucker smell the perfume, a bitch ass nigga on you, he's going to try you like a bitch. That's why young men that are listening, oh, P, I'm not violent, or I ain't never been into some shit like that. That's why, son, I'm encouraging you to never get involved in any criminality. Leave criminality alone. You know, some of you know you've never been into a fight before. You ain't trying to fight nothing. You ain't trying to lay nothing down. Get out, leave the streets alone. Because fucking with these broads, you're going to end up in some situations, you know what I mean, that you don't want to be in. Leave the streets alone. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say on that. But getting back to my main ingredient, hey, you got to be a man. And that's going to separate you from most of the niggas that's in the game today, just by being a man. Let me go further by saying this. Hey, man, when you a man in this game, guess what you going to do? You going to be the truth. And what does the truth do? The truth don't do nothing but speak the truth. The truth don't do nothing. Hey, when I say speak the truth, what you mean by that, P? Hey, man, when you sit up there and tell a hoe you going to do something, or you saying that something is going to be done, hey, that hoe got to see the results of your thoughts. That's what's going to separate you from these niggas that profess to be pimps. When that hoe can see the results of your thoughts. You say you the truth, she going to believe you the truth when she see the truth being manifested. Once she see the results of your thoughts, she can see that you just not a nigga putting syllables together and talking slick and looking nice and all of that type of shit. You not a con artist. That's the difference between a pimp and a con artist. A con artist will say anything slick to try to manipulate so he can fornicate or accumulate whatever he's endeavoring to charm and disarm that woman for. That is a con artist. A con artist will sell a dream without having the information or the heart's desire to fulfill the dream that he just sold. That is a con artist. Think about what I just said and ask yourself, are you a pimp or are you a con artist? A con artist, I want you to remember that definition. A con artist is a man, a male that professes to be a man that will sit up there, lie, manipulate, charm, and disarm, that woman or that female for the purposes of to accumulate something or to fornicate with her. It's all to charm and disarm her out of whatever he desires. That is a con artist. A con artist will sell a dream without having the information or the heart's desire to fulfill the dream that he just sold. That's a con artist. He don't even have the information to fulfill the dream that he sold you. He don't have the heart intent. His primary intent has nothing to do with fulfilling the dream that he just sold you. He is a con artist. He is selling dreams without the information or even the heart's desire to fulfill the dream that he sold. That is a con artist. Ask yourself, are you a con artist? When you told that woman you was going to do that, was your primary intent to fulfill that, or was you just saying that to basically manipulate her into thinking that you was going to do something so you could get everything up out of her? Are you a con artist? Are you a con artist or are you a pimp? Because a con artist is going to sell a dream and he has no heart's desire, nor the information, to fulfill the dream that he sold. Or he has the information, but he just don't have the heart's desire to fulfill the dream that he sold. He's a con artist. But a pimp, he is the truth. And when he speak it, he can only speak of what he is. The truth. That is a pimp. Not no liar, not no manipulator. See, when you listen to the dating coaches, and I'm not picking on him, but when Alpha Male Strategies was telling everybody, to lie for the pussy, lie for this, lie for the head, lie for some coochie. That man ended up sitting over there getting rich and getting popular off of telling y'all to sit up there and be a liar, telling you to be a con artist, telling you to be a manipulator. And simply because you were gameless, you thought it was game. But I'm here to tell you that when you really have game and when you really are of the game, when you're of this game, you're not a liar. When you tell a woman something you have the true intent to fulfill, you're sincere when you said what you said. A pimp can tell a woman what it was, what it is, and what the fuck it's gonna be. And if she decides to fuck with him, that's on her. If she don't, that's on her. That's her choice. But a pimp ain't lying about nothing. He might wisely place the truth well, because a well-placed truth is better than any lie, but he's not a liar. He's not going to sit up there and tell a woman, when you get into the game, am I going to get arrested? Nah, you ain't going to get arrested. I'm going to give you game about that. I'm going to give you game on how to get around the police. I'm going to give you game on how to not get arrested. You ain't going to get arrested. My friend said I can get raped. Nah, I'm going to give you game. You ain't going to never get raped, girl. That only happened to girls, that ain't got no game and ain't fucking with this pimping. Oh, okay. Can I get robbed? No, I'm going to give you some game so you can avoid being robbed, girl. Ain't nobody going to touch you. Plus, I'm with the shit. You know what I mean? So, I got all type of guns. You're going to be all good, girl. You're going to be all good. What type of money I'm going to make? Oh, man, you're going to be balling out of control, man. As soon as you get in the game, man, it's about to be on and popping, man. Everything going to be cool and real smooth. You know what I mean? This their favorite line. They've been saying this line Yeah, girl, all you gotta do is let your next move be your best move, you dig? And everything gonna go real smooth, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I never heard that before. You know, he's a liar. He's a con male. Not a con man, because a man ain't got nothing to do with con. He's a con male. See, when you a pimp, you the truth. Could I get arrested? You're gonna be arrested. Excuse me? Yeah, if you decide to fuck with me, you're gonna get arrested. Yeah, you're gonna be good. It's inevitable, baby. You know what I mean? If you decide to fuck with me, I'm gonna be taking you cross country. You know what I mean? You're gonna be going to some places, and the police just might, you don't necessarily have to even be talking to anybody. It's just the fact that if they feel like bothering you, you know what I mean? They don't even have to have probable cause. They just might want to get down on you and arrest you just to have you in the system. You know what I mean? A lot of them get down like that, baby. So if you decide to fuck with me, yeah, man, it's a high chance, you know what I mean, that you're going to get arrested. You know, it's a chance that you might be robbed. It's a chance that you might get raped. You know, it's a chance. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, because there has been women in this lifestyle, you know, they went a long period of time. Some, you know what I mean, never been, you know, raped. And not everybody got that testimony, but there is a chance that that might happen. I'm telling you that if you fuck with me, it might cause discrepancies with your family. Your family might not like your lifestyle, and they might be, you know, judgmental, and that might break off, you know what I mean, relationships that you got with your family and friendships that you didn't have with friends. Are you sure you want to do this? This is what keeps a man from getting snitched on. This is what keeps a man from going to a correctional facility for an eternity, by getting into a continuity of telling the truth and being the truth. This is what keeps you from not being snitched on, young man. Stop lying to these women. Tell these women that they're gonna be arrested. Tell these women that it's a possibility that they can be raped or robbed. Don't lie to her to get her in the lifestyle. That's how we got many young men right now in their 20s getting ready to do 20 years or more, because he was a liar. He's sitting up here lying to this bride, telling her that she ain't gonna get arrested, telling her that she ain't gonna get robbed. Everything just gonna be cool. And so by the bitch believing this lie that the nigga told, soon as the, you know what I mean, some bullshit went down, she didn't know how to conduct herself in the situation. Why? Because the nigga never gave no information, you know what I mean, how the hoe should conduct herself in the situation. She wasn't properly laced. So a woman that's not being properly laced, you know, in the game, you know what I mean? Appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that. Good looking. A woman that's not being properly laced, you know, in the game, man, yes, what did you think that was going to happen? Yeah, you got told on. But in all actuality, that's your fault. I'm not making any justifiable reasons for why a woman is saying incriminating things. But if you never give her information on how to conduct herself in those situations, then what did you expect? What did you expect from somebody who might have came from a culture or might came from a household where she was taught to call the police? What did you expect from a woman who probably had a mother and all of her life they had a "we call police" sign in the window of her house? What did you expect? That lying shit will get you locked up. That lying shit will get you fucked up. That's why I told you, whatever lifestyle that you decide to live, make sure that you the truth. In other words, be a man in everything that you do. Oh, P, I'm a gangster. Are you a man? Oh, man, I'm a Crip. Are you a man? Oh, man, I'm a pimp. Are you a man? I'm a Mac. Are you a man? I'm a king. Man, are you a man? Are you a man? Make sure that you a man. All them little cute titles that give girls pussies wet, hey, man, that's cool, but I'm talking to you on some man shit right now. Are you a motherfucking man? That's what's going to separate you from everybody else in today's era. Just being a damn man. Fulfilling the things that come out your damn mouth. That's what men do. Men don't sit up there and lie and play little boy games and shit. You know, Yeah, you know, when we was younger and we ain't have no game, we thought that was game. Sitting over there playing with feelings by lies and deception and all of that shit. Hey man, that ain't no goddamn game. I mean, it is game. It just ain't no pimp game. Excuse me. It's game. It's con game. And pimps, we don't got nothing to do with no conning. Who is she that she's worthy to even be lied to? What has she done within her existence that'll compel a man to come down from the heavens of his manhood and lie to this bitch? She's not even worthy to be lied to. Why would you do that? See, when you gameless, you will hear something and you be like, oh, okay. That's why I don't fault you guys when you was listening to certain dating coaches and they was telling you to lie to women for pussy and head and shit. And you thought that was some amazing ass shit. I'm here to tell you that that ain't no amazing shit. That's totally contrary to this amazing shit called the truth. Roberto, man, appreciate that 50, man. Blessings to the game. Fee game, not free game. It's going to cost to apply. Take heed. That's right. You know, being a man, pimping with, and before I go to my next step, let me just say this. Pimping with the truth. Pimping with the truth. When it's benefits to pimping with the truth. You might say, pimping with the truth. Hey, listen. When you pimping with the truth, can't nobody expose you. They can only give confirmation to the information that you already told already. That's why you pimp with the truth. You don't pimp with lies. That's why most of you are still here, because even when the clown, you know what I mean, came with the visual of what I already said, you know what I mean, when he's sitting up there lying, talking about exposed, most was like, man, Sin already told us about that. We just had never seen a visual of no court video and all of that. But yeah, we were already told about this situation. This ain't no revelation. That's the benefit of pimping with the truth. Now, if I was pimping with lies, if I was professing to be pimping with lies, then yeah, that would have been an exposure. And that would have been a blow to me. Because most of my people would have left me, if not all. Why? Because I would have been exposed to be a liar. But when you pimping with the truth and you don't sit up there and you show the F's on your report card as well as the A's, hey man, only thing a motherfucker can do is give confirmation to information that you've already told. They can't give no revelation about you. Why? Because you pimping with the truth. And guess what? If you're pimping with the truth, that's going to separate you from most of the niggas today calling themselves pimps. In the pimp game, you want your own identity. In the pimp game, you have to establish yourself. You got to have originality about yourself. When you speak, you want people to say, oh, I know who that is speaking. The moment that they hear your voice, the moment that you begin to speak and say things, even if they didn't hear your voice, if you wrote something on a piece of paper, people can just tell, I can tell that that's him. That shit got his DNA all in it. That's his identity. That's him. Certain people that tried to basically use my shit. And some of y'all kept quiet. You was like, oh man, this nigga been listening to Sinful. Why? Because you've been listening to me for years. Some of y'all been listening to me for years. So you know some of the things I've said. You know some of my colloquial terms. You know these things. You know some of, you know what I mean, my quotes. And so when you see individuals using them, you know right off top, oh, that's sin shit. Why? Because you've been listening to me. I have my own intellectual property. Why you think I never post anything from any so-called 30416 group or a so-called Pimp and Hoe page on social media? I don't use any of their quotes. Why? Because I'm too busy using mine. And no disrespect, I haven't seen anything, you know, come from them groups that hit like mine. And that's how I want you to see the shit that come from your mind. Now, it's good to admire someone else, admire and respect the gifts that they have, but don't ever sit up there and get into any plagiarism. You don't want to plagiarize nothing, man. You don't have nothing to do with that. You don't want to be a copy paste type of nigga. You want to have originality. You want to be able to speak, and when somebody hear it, they like, I like that. That's original. Nothing hits better than that original. Now, when you use somebody else's shit, just like when you hear me, I always give, props to Elder Mosley, Elder Carl Redmond, Elder Terrence Patillo, Elder Melvin Patillo, Andre Taylor, Mel Taylor. I can go on and on and on. People that had influence on me, people that said things that, stuck with me still to this day. It's not going to minimize me as a man to to acknowledge the person that I got the knowledge from. See, it all goes back to the type of man that I am. Because of the type of man that I am, I can acknowledge the men who have given me knowledge to enable me to be who I am and do what I do as of today. And I don't feel minimized. You know why? Because I'm a damn man. It's not dick riding. It's not, first of all, if you're a heterosexual man, why are you even thinking about riding dick any motherfucking way? Some of you niggas is weird. There's no such thing as dick riding when you acknowledge the person who gave you knowledge, that empowered you, that put you in position to have what you need and want in possession so you can be a blessing to yourself for the rest of your goddamn life. Ain't no price tag on that. And let me say this. When it's the type of man that I am. And I want it to be because of the type of man that you are. So if somebody gives you some knowledge and some wisdom and they was a blessing to you, they shouldn't have had to ask you for a damn thing. It was just the fact that they gave you some game. And we know that the whole world is an ATM machine and the PIN number is game. So basically you obtaining and maintaining to the day that you die because of this game that this person has given you. They shouldn't ask you for a motherfucking thing. Because of the type of man that you are, you should be compelled to be a blessing to those who have been a blessing to you. Because of the type of man that I am. You ain't got to ask me for a damn thing. I'm going to call you. I'm going to just send something, regardless of whether you need it or not, because I'm grateful for the abundance of information that you gave me. I appreciate the words of exhortation that you gave me. You ain't got to ask me for nothing. You ain't got to tell me to give nothing. This ain't no damn bossing up. When Snoop Dogg meeting up with the old man and coming with folders of money and getting broke like a hoe. No. There's a difference. See, some of these lames pay for game, and then we have those who are of the game, and because because somebody that had the game already seen it in you, that's why they planted that seed. That's why they came with that water, and the game gave the increase. Hey man, a lot of them people say the game is to be sold, not to be told. The sinful don't talk like that. You know why? Because in that capacity, you can sit up there, you understand me, and sell the game to anybody. You can just put the game in a book and somebody will buy it. But they can't fulfill it if it's not in them. They'll just be reading a whole bunch of shit that they can't fulfill. Many of you have brought many books by pimps, and you tried to apply that to your life. Certain information you could and certain information you couldn't. And the reason why you couldn't is because it's not in you. It's almost like reading a book that Vince Carter just came out with, how to dunk from the 3-point line. And do you understand? Just because I read, from Vince Carter, a book on how to dunk from the 3-point line, that don't mean that I'm about to start dunking from the 3-point line, nigga, because I read a book from Vince Carter. I'm reading some shit that I'm not capable of doing. And that's what some of you do with YouTube and IG and these books and things. You just like to hear and read about something that you're not capable of doing. So I never say the game is to be sold, not to be told in that capacity. No. If I see a young man that I know that it's in him, he's just green, of course, I'm compelled to give him, some game so he can avoid misunderstandings. Because we in an era now that if he make one mistake, that's his whole life. So listen, again, the man that I am, pimping with the truth. When you pimping with the truth, you're not lying to no woman. You're not trying to con no woman. You telling her what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be. And if you can't do that, I understand. And you just keep on pimping, man. But you pimp with the truth. You don't pimp with lies. Because the consequences of trying to pimp with lies is prison. So you ain't trying to pimp with no damn lies. You pimp with the truth, man. That's what you do. That's what a man does. Now, getting back to that originality factor, let me deal with some things when it comes to originality in a sense, right? Hey, something that's going to separate you. That's what you want. You want something that's going to separate you from the other participants in the lifestyle. And for you men that's not in the pimp game and ain't thinking about no pimping, you want some game that's going to separate you, from all the guys out there that's pretty much calling themselves womanizers and, players and things like that. You want something special about you. You want to be special and peculiar and not regular and familiar like the rest of the niggas, right? You got to have originality about yourself. And let's just look at certain examples from ancient times to recent times, right? When you look at that film back in the day, when you see Bishop Don Magic Wand and you see him out there with God, they used to call him God, but I just refer to him as King Burrell. When you look at them, all of them had their own original colors. Did you peep game? Did you see how Don's Rolls Royce look? Appreciate that dollar, baby. Blessings to you. But did you see Don's Rolls Royce? Did you see the green and gold? Did you see, the zodiac signs and malt liquor and all of that stuff? It was original. Whether you like it or not, it was original though. The green and gold was original. The Rolls Royce, the green and gold Rolls Royce, and what he did to it, it was original. When you look at King Burrell's pink Rolls Royce, which in my opinion, I know this ain't, the thing to say. Oh, appreciate that, baby. Good looking with the 50. Blessings to you. Appreciate that. Blessings to you. I appreciate you for supporting this game. But me personally, I like the pink Rolls Royce better than I like that green and gold. Now, of course, Bishop got the fame to his name, but I had to say that King Burrell's pink Rolls Royce, his pink double R, to me was just hitting a little bit harder. But that's just my opinion. You might like the green and gold better. But I'm just using them as an example as trendsetters. Because pimps set trends. That's the difference it should be the difference between you and these other niggas. You should be setting trends, and them other niggas, they following trends from rappers. Pimps set trends that rappers follow. Niggas that profess to be pimps and possess no pimping follow the trends of rappers. It's a difference, man. You got to have some originality to you. What is your saying? What's your MO? What intellectual property do you have? What revelations concerning life do you have? What separates your conversation from any other conversation, from the representation of the game? What separates you? When we look at Brother Malcolm X, there was a difference. It wasn't that he was the only knowledgeable brother within the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam had plenty of infinite-minded brothers that was in the nation, but none was eloquent and disciplined like Malcolm. None. Farrakhan, very educated. He was intelligent even back then. There were many brothers within the Nation of Islam that were very intelligent even back then, but none had a dynamic testimony, that had a dymos ministry, like Malcolm X. His ministry was dynamos. His ministry was dynamic. You know, when Malcolm began to speak, he would just speak words that you wasn't familiar with, you know, like a M16 spit bullets. He was a walking epistle. He was a walking Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. That was Brother Malcolm. Brother Malcolm was so serious the way that he used to teach and preach. He'd make some guy that had a second grade vocabulary. He'd be like, man, I didn't even know a nigga could even be this smart. I didn't even know a nigga can be this intelligent. I didn't know a nigga can actually sit up there and speak with such boldness and such profoundness. Wow. It was because of his representation that others wanted to join the nation. It was because of his discipline that others knew how to conduct themselves around the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It was because of him that the nation began to increase. Many brothers began to try to walk and talk and teach and preach like Brother Malcolm. He was original. He had his own identity, his own individuality, his capabilities. It separated him from the other brothers within the nation. That's why they had to wear the cheap perfume called Jealousy, you know, with Malcolm, because the man's ministry was untouchable. You know, comprehension undeniable. It was just inevitable that this man had a gift from God. Now, I'm just showing you in all walks of life, you know what I mean, when you are original, you're respected. Now, of course, when Farrakhan, you know, replaced Brother Malcolm, he had his own individuality. That's why he's respected the way he's respected. But in the beginning, you know, you had people that was making comparisons to him and Brother Malcolm. And they, of course, said some things that were considered to be very disrespectful. You know, but one can't deny that, you know, Farrakhan is what he is. One can't deny that the incomparable, honorable Khalid Muhammad, you know what I mean, had originality about himself. You love that shiny haired black man. You seen this shiny haired, dark skinned black man speaking fearlessly, you know what I mean, about any subject. And he was knowledgeable about it too. That's how you want to be. That's what the type of representation that you want of this lifestyle. You want to be original. You want to be intellectual. You want to be fearless. You want to be the embodiment of boldness. That's what you want to do pertaining to this game. So listen, when we look at them, when we look at Andre Taylor, who, you know, was wearing Versace, when no other pimps was wearing Versace during that time. Do you hear me? And if I'm not mistaken, you know, I think that Dre was watching ESPN or some sports channel at the time. And during that time, you know, they had asked Mike Tyson, they said, what do you have on? You know what I mean? What do you have on, man? He said, oh, this is Versace. And Dre caught on to it, man, and started buying a bunch of Versace, customized Versace suits, you know, paying $3,000 to $4,000, you know what I mean, for a suit and things like that. You know, originality. He was coming to the Blade in Versace. Other pimps was looking like, man, what the fuck Dre got on? He was different. He had originality. He was separating himself from the other participants. Not only was he wearing Versace, but he was sending his women to the Blade wearing Versace. So that completely separates him from everybody else. You knew the difference between him and the other ones that professed to be what he was, and you knew the difference between his women and everybody else's women. You know, you knew it. It's that dress code. It's the way they conduct themselves. You know, you could just see like, oh, she got to be with Dre. Universal Soul, appreciate that. Life Balance, appreciate that. Keep dropping gems, King. Much blessings to you. Man, blessings to you. You know, it's the difference, man. Him and Toddy P, when you think of Toddy P out of, Portland, they was into dressing they women. They women looked like stars. They women looked like they was going to the Grammys and the Oscars. They took pride in that. That's what separated them from other niggas that professed to be what they were. Ask yourself this: do you take pride in dressing your women? What do your women look like? What are your women wearing? Do your women look like trash? Or do they look like the best definition of value when they walk out? Do they look classy? Are they attractive? And when I say attract, I don't mean just, the face and the body. I'm talking about the attire. Are you investing in your women? It does take money to make money. Stop sending them out there looking like, they had a shopping spree, at Rainbow, and expect them to come back with the world when you sitting up there sending them out looking like every other bitch in the world. There should be a difference between the way your women conduct themselves and the way your women, the attire that they wear. When you truly love the women that you're presiding over, you want to be separated from everybody else in the game. You want to be a part of a special category. You dig what I'm saying? It should be a difference. I ain't talking about a broad you just knocked, and she haven't proven herself, she ain't got it up, or she ain't did anything. Everybody got a different program, I understand. But how is it that this woman been with you for 2 years or more, and she don't on a regular frequently have her hair done? We don't understand that. I thought you said you was a pimp. I thought you said, man, that you was a pimp and you wanted to do some pimping, man. Hey, why you don't take pride in how your women look? There should be a difference between the way your women look and the way they skis or prostitutes look. It should be a difference. That's what's going to separate you from, a lot of niggas today. Most of the niggas today, they only care about living of the earnings of prostitution. They don't care about the pimping part. They just want to live off the earnings of prostitution. In other words, they just want to send a bitch and break a bitch, but they don't want to do no pimping. They don't want to teach. They don't want to uplift. They don't want to sit up there and turn somebody from being ignorant to knowledgeable. They don't want to sit up there and do no pimping. They just want the money. They just want to break the bitch instead of building her. So listen, I'm saying this to you. That's what's going to separate you from most of the niggas today. And I'm not lying, because when you be on IG or when you in the streets, you see what, these brides that's fucking with certain niggas, how they look, the way they dress. And hey, I know when you go to the track, you supposed to, look a certain way. You supposed to look, sexy and things like, but, some of y'all be sending them out, man, looking real trashy. And cheap clothes a lot of times equal cheap dates. That's why them tricks, talk to them and, feel like they can treat them the way that they do, man. Look at the way you send your bitch out. So of course, if you treating your woman like that, if you treating your women like that, then why are you surprised when tricks try to basically treat your women, like they beneath their shoe too? You don't give them that spirit of, I'm a woman of class. I'm a woman of value. I'm a woman of importance. I tell you, now, of course, I was already a gentleman because of Marita Mayberry and Sandra Evans. But one thing that gave me confirmation of a lot of things that I was doing already was right is when Andre Taylor told me, he said, "Seeing the reason why I pulled out the chair for my hoes, the reason why I opened the door for my women, the reason why, I was a gentleman at all times with my women is simply because I knew that if I treated my women like trash, then that would make it acceptable for another man to try to treat my women like trash. But by me treating them like women, by me treating them like God's gift to the world, she wasn't going to allow any trick no matter what money he had, to disrespect her. She wasn't going to allow a trick just because he was rich or whatever materialistic things that he had to try to devalue her. Why? Because I was treating her like a woman. She got a man at home, you know what I mean, that loves her, that respects her. So why in the hell would I treat her like she's beneath my shoe, or she's beneath, you know what I mean, a woman, like she's not a human being? That ain't gonna do nothing but set up, you know, a situation for when a trick come, she got her head down and she got low self-esteem, and the trick can discern that she ain't got no confidence, so he can pretty much do whatever he wanna do. He can do whatever the hell he wanna do with her. He can say whatever, do whatever, give her whatever. Why? Because I treat her like whatever. So that's why I made it imperative it was imperative for me to treat my women like women. That's what Dre taught me. You know, I'm just sitting over there repeating a conversation from years back. So no disrespect to the other representatives in the game, not saying no names, but my P partners was pretty much making they women pump the gas, and you know, not having the women open the door for them, and you know, they thought, of course, you know, man, hey man, this pimping, and hey, I'm not disrespecting nobody else's program, you know, but I've been in, around different partners, the way they talk to their women, the way they presided over them women. And I understand why their money was, you know, funny. I understand why a lot of them, you know, had change that was strange. Look at the way that they treated their women. Sometimes that trap can be a reflection of how a woman feel, and how she feel about you, and how she feel about herself. And if you constantly, you know what I mean, putting her down, you know, making her feel less of a woman, like most of the guys that claim to be pimps today, you know, then you should understand why you're broke. You should understand why she's not endeavoring to break her neck, you know what I mean, to reach it for you. She's not compelled to be her greatest or do her greatest hoeing for you. Look at the way you treat her. You treat her like she's beneath, you know, what a woman is. You know, and then listen to the conversation of a lot of these guys that profess to be pimps today. A lot of these niggas are squares. They ain't pimps, man. These niggas are squares. They respect square women more than they respect hoes. Then there ain't no disrespect to the squares that's listening right now. Blessings to you, baby. I don't want you to, you know, be offended or anything like that. But if it offends you, then you know what it is. But for a man to profess to be a pimp and to respect a square more than he respects a hoe, in all actuality, he's a square himself. Because no pimp is going to respect a square woman more than he respects a woman that's basically putting her life on the line, executing his game day in and day out every day. In other words, she's a hoe. That's what he's not going to do. That's what he's not going to do. You know, but I'm just sitting over there putting paint where it ain't, saying what most can't. That's another thing that's going to separate you from most of the niggas, you know what I mean, today that profess to be, you know, this pimping. Because most of them don't take care of their women. And like I said, just imagine if everything that come out your mouth, you're endeavoring to fulfill, and then you're fulfilling it, and then compare that with the niggas that's calling themselves pimps today. That's what's gonna separate you. Doing some pimping. Let me slide that in too. That's what's going. Hold on, let me acknowledge him. Co-Provision Academy. Peace, Sinful. It's Percy Williams in the Navy. I'm just paying my dues for the wisdom you have motivated me to elevate my vocabulary. Man, blessings to you, man. Appreciate that, fam. Thanks for the acknowledgement. But One thing that's going to separate you today is to do straight lace pimping. I don't know no other way to put it. P, what you mean by that? Being a straight lace pimp in today's time, that separates you from most of the guys that profess to be pimps today. Just being a straight lace pimp, no mixing it to fix it. Not trying to get no disrespect to the guys that's getting all the loans, and you trying to get to all of the PPPs, and you trying to do all of the other stuff that I don't know about. Just straight lace, straight up and down pimping. No drug dealing, no mixing it with. And let me speak on this. Oh my God, it's just nothing but the game coming through. Wasn't even thinking about it, but let me go ahead and take my belt off again. A fella, some of y'all, came up in my DM and y'all said, "Sin, what's the name said that, pimps, they be depending on the women, and, they don't know what to do, at the end of their careers when they pimping stop, they just be broke because they put all their eggs into a hoe basket, and they just depended on the woman for everything." And he can't agree with that. He said it's feminine. Yeah. I want you to know I seen the video. And you see he put it on private too, because I should have sat up there and recorded it. But I wasn't moving fast enough. But yeah, I seen that sucker ass shit that Dr. BOA said. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen him sitting over there aiming at this pimping. Do you hear me? Yeah, I seen it. But I'm here to tell you that pimps been having businesses since the beginning of time, since the ancient days of this game. Mel Taylor had businesses. Does that make him less of a pimp? Hey, let me explain things. When you get on a high level of this game, right? When you really start having money in this game, you have to take your money to the cleaners. Seeing, what are you saying? In other words, when your money is dirty, you do have to take your money to the cleaners. You do got to wash it because you having way too much money. And they'll get your ass on tax evasion. So all of this shit about, man, I'm just pimping, man. You gonna be pimping in somebody's jail cell or prison real soon, because you on the elite level now. When you get on the elite level, having money, you have to have a business. You got to have businesses. You got to have, a legitimate, business or businesses that you presiding over. You have to have legal justification on basically why you got this accumulation. How did you get out? How did you generate this? Where did all of this come from? You got to be able to explain that if they ever looked into your situation. And Pimp's been doing that, man. Gene Morgan been doing that, man. I just got through talking about King Burrell. King Burrell had businesses. Bishop Don Magic Juan had businesses. What are you talking about? See, the question should be, did you have a successful business? But as far as businesses, man, Pimp's been having cleaners and car washes and restaurants and stuff. Man, that's old. That ain't nothing new. What are you talking about? Oh, man, I don't even want to get started on Virgil. I'll be all day. What are you talking about? That ain't nothing new. You think that's some new shit? Pimps had presiding over businesses. Man, Pimps was presiding over businesses before I was even born. I'm an 84 baby. What that tell you? So again, Dr. BOA is speaking on something that he don't know, man. Niggas say he was raised by pimps, but the more he keeps speaking about this pimping, it just lets you know that he really don't know about this pimping. He really wasn't raised by this pimping. He was raised by niggas or been around niggas that just lived off the earnings or something, but he wasn't around no pimps. Pimps been having businesses. That ain't nothing new. Hold on. Jason, man, I appreciate that 10, player. Blessings to the game. You know what I mean? Dub, appreciate that 5. Appreciate that, player. Good looking. I have to get that through y'all head. That's nothing. The legal things that I got going on, I'm not the first one to do that. Pimp's been having legal shit going on. Bigger and better. So, I mean, like I said, a lot of you have been misinformed about this game, and you need to shut up. You need to be asking questions instead of making statements. Marshall, man, appreciate that 20, man. Thank you. Appreciate that, fam. Good looking. Yeah, right. Epic fail. Stop speaking on the game until you get the game first. That's how you miss the game, by acting like you got the game already. And YouTube is a place for gameless ass squares to get on YouTube with no street experiences, haven't been in the streets, ain't done nothing in the streets. A lot of y'all listening to these dating coaches, they in relationships with women they not even attracted to. All type of weird ass shit. Y'all buying books from niggas that ain't never been a ladies' man. Never sit up there, you understand me, and really did they thing in the streets. Man, y'all just paying and listening to anybody. Them straight, what's them other dudes? Fresh and Trick. Yeah, Fresh and Trick. Yeah, man, them niggas ain't got no game, man. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm crying. Hey, just like the prophets in the old days used to tell you about who was a false prophet and used to prophesy against false prophets and used to preach against deceivers in the land. I ain't no different. I'm no different than Samuel. I'm no different than Prophet Elijah. I'm no different than Prophet Isaiah and Jeremiah sitting over there, you understand me, crying loud and sparing not, you know what I mean, on these dumb dogs. Because that's what the book of Isaiah called all the preachers that didn't preach God's word. Dumb dogs. And I'm just crying loud and sparing not on all these square ass niggas that's preaching and trying to teach this game, and the game ain't even in them. That's all. I'm just waking you up. Sitting over there buying books and merch from Fresh and Trick. You know what I mean? Fresh, hey, them two dudes from Fresh and Trick, totally gameless. Totally gameless. The fact, hey, them niggas, them two motherfucking tricks, them two clients right there proves to me that, man, anybody and everybody can just create a platform and just do whatever. Y'all just support anybody, you know, Fresh and Trick, you know what I mean, sit up there and confirm that to me. It ain't no game being conveyed over at that platform at Fresh and Trick. They got DJ Academics over there, another trick. You know what I mean? No game is being taught. No game is being preached. Y'all listening to a bunch of clients act like giants, man. What's wrong with y'all? That ain't no game. Got all of these squares sitting at the table. They don't even know how to socialize with the women at the table. Niggas looking all uncomfortable. They don't know what to do. Bitches be talking to them like bitches. Then when bitches raise their voice, they don't know how to conduct themselves. They don't know how to smooth things out. Why? Because they not used to that shit. But that's what happened when you got clients that's acting like giants, man. Hold on. Van, man, appreciate that 10. Good looking, fam. Be like, damn, P, why these bitches always disrespecting these guys? Why is this bitch calling this man a bitch? Why is this bitch throwing water? You know what I mean? Why they getting disrespectful like that? Why are these guys constantly being disrespected by women? We ain't talking about on the internet. We talking about physically in the flesh. I've seen on Fresh and Trick, a bitch sit up there and took the cup of water, splashed it, throwing water around, bitches calling niggas bitches, all type of just out of bounds shit. But I expect that because ain't no game going on. Ain't no, and I ain't even talking pimp shit. I'm just talking man shit right now. Fresh and Trick don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Doctor pay for the A, pay for the ass. He don't know what to do. You know what that song, what that song that boy got? Alphas up, betas down is the motto. Still tricking on bitches in the ghetto. Yeah. That's it. That's the. Oh yeah. Alphas up, betas down. That's the motto. Still tricking on hoes in the ghetto. You know. Yeah, man. Alphas up, betas down is the motto. Still tricking on hoes in the ghetto, man. Yeah, man. They still tricking, man. You know? Yeah, man. Keep your mouth off this pimping, man. You don't, hey. Keep your trick mouth off this pimping. Look, some of y'all gonna be in the house. I'm talking about alphas up, betas down, that's the motto. Still tricking on bitches in the ghetto. You know, still tricking, man. Hey, get my likes up, man. We was supposed to been had them likes over 1,000. Yeah, get my likes up, man. I know my content is the shit. I know I'm that nigga. You know what I mean? Don't play with this pimping. Come on now, knock it off. Too many squares, man. You know what I mean? With all the views and all the likes in the world, content ain't even half as good as mine. Man, hit that motherfucking like button, man, right now. Yeah, y'all get them likes up, man. Be a blessing to the game. I appreciate the money, but I ain't even asking for no money. I'm just asking you to hit the motherfucking like button. Appreciate all the contributions, but the biggest contribution that you can give to this game is hitting that motherfucking like button, hitting that share button, evangelizing this game. That's how the game get out. You hitting that like button, you hitting that share button, you sharing the game with renegades and lost bitches and bitch ass niggas and shit. Let that bitch ass nigga know, hey man, it's not too late to stop being a bitch ass nigga, man. You know what I mean? You can hear this information and receive salvation. You don't have to sit up there, you understand me, and remain in condemnation with them abominations that you're doing and that mark ass shit that you've been doing, man. It's never too late to stop being a bitch ass nigga. It might be a bitch ass nigga that's listening to me right now and you going on 70 or 60 or 50 years old, and because you a veteran bitch ass nigga, you saying to yourself, you know what I mean, man, I'm a seasoned bitch ass nigga. I'm a veteran bitch ass nigga. I might as well, stay that. I'm here to tell you that no, you don't want to die a bitch ass nigga, okay? So you keep listening to this game. I might be an outsider, but I will always respect what you bring and teach. Jeremy, appreciate that 5, fam. Q, man, appreciate the 10, fam. You know what I mean? Mr. Positive Motivation. You know what I mean? Man, that's a cold name right there. Man, appreciate that 20. You cold for that name, fam. Israel, man, appreciate that $100. Man, y'all got a pimp feeling loved around this bitch. God damn. Man, in a minute, man, y'all gonna be sitting over there, man, having me sing, you know what I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire devotion around this bitch with all the love that y'all showing around here. Goddamn, man. You know, Israel, man, I appreciate that hundo, fam. Good looking. You know, man. Hold on, before I get back to my message, let me acknowledge these cash apps. Let me see. Dwayne, appreciate that, fam. Trey, appreciate that. I think this is Maine's World. Appreciate that. Detroit, appreciate that. Keith, appreciate that. Devon, appreciate that. Good looking. Okay, there we go. Now y'all, look at y'all. Alphas up, beta down. No, alphas up, betas down. That's the motto. Still tricking on bitches in the ghetto. Alphas up, betas down. That's the motto. Still tricking on bitches in the ghetto. Look at y'all. I know y'all gonna be in the house just sweeping your floor tomorrow on Saturday, and your woman gonna be in the house. What you say? You go, Alpha's up, beta's down. No, alpha's up, beta's down. That's the motto. Still tricking on hoes in the ghetto. You know what I mean? Look at all the tricks. All the tricks in the comment section just dancing, talking about you. Seeing, I like that. We still tricking on hoes in the ghetto, man. I like that. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Look at y'all. All the tricks, like, I kind of like that. You know, like, damn, I'm still tricking on bitches in the ghetto. Seeing, I like that, man. Damn. Now, listen, because I can tell that this is going to end up being a part 2, man. It's just too many things going in my mind. And I already know I'm not going to be able to get through everything tonight. But one thing I will say, let's talk about it. I want to just get this in your spirit. Hey, one of the greatest things that will separate you from the participants in the game today is being in shape. It's loving yourself. You know, having health. It's an old saying. You know what I mean, man? You got to have that health, man, to even enjoy the wealth. You can't enjoy the health if you don't have. You can't enjoy the wealth if you don't have good health. You got to have good health. We have too many of y'all smoking cigarettes. Too many of y'all putting destruction in your body. And if you keep going, before you reach the age of 40 years old, you're going to be having erection problems. Look at the fucked up sugar. Look at all that bullshit that you putting in your body, man. And before you reach the age of 40 years old, you're going to be having all type of, you know what I mean, erection problems. You won't be able to even get that shit up. Now, of course, you know, we want to, oh, man, it's pimping, it's pimp, you know what I mean? But, hey, don't forget that you a man, nigga. Don't forget that that woman or the group of women that you sending out the door, they not getting their sexual fantasies fulfilled. You know what I mean? They not climaxing or shouldn't be climaxing with no trick. Only time she can reach any type of climax, any type of satisfaction is when she's with her man. Is when they with their man. Who is their man? The pimpin'. So it's imperative that you take care of your body. You got to watch what you put in your body, P. You don't want to be, you know what I mean, 30 years old looking like you're 50. You don't want to be 40 looking like you're 80. Take care of your body. That will separate you from most of the niggas that's in the game today by simply loving yourself, taking care of your body. Do you not understand that? You know, it's going to be some times where you might not have been able to verbally say anything. Because let me teach that. You know, now when we see a woman of importance, a hoe, you know what I mean, out and about, whether she's in a casino or a resort, a restaurant, or if she's on the track, hey, man, you got the liberty to, you know, get at that broad. You know, you can get at that broad, man. You can get at that hoe. But when a hoe is talking to a trick, all of us should be speaking in the vernacular of silence. I'm seeing too many of you niggas, man. You know, when I'm see dinosaurs, or I'm seeing different you know, platforms posting you niggas, you know what I mean, on social media. You can go on dinosaurs right now. You'll see niggas walking in the middle of the street behind the hoe. You'll see motherfuckers getting out the car, you know what I mean, chasing bitches and all type of shit. And then it's so abominable that you niggas is actually talking to the hoe while she's talking to the trick. And my question to you is, if you never give her the opportunity to break a trick, even if she was to get out of pocket with you, what are you going to break that hoe for? Are you trying to break her off, or are you trying to break her? Because if you was trying to sit up there and break her, then that means that you have to give her the opportunity to break a trick. You can't break a hoe for anything if you don't allow that hoe to do some hoeing. So out of respect for that pimp that she fucking with, or even if she ain't fucking with pimping at that particular time, you know what I mean? Especially if she haven't been disrespectful, if you see this broad and you think that, you know, okay, yeah, she might even be renegading. I'm gonna just give you some game. Let's say if the bride is renegading. Now, if she one of them disrespectful, loudmouth, ghetto motherfuckers and things like that. I'm just telling you like it is. I'm gonna give you this game just like it is, man. If I'm just telling you how I get down. My sinful's perspective don't speak for all representatives, but this is just how I'm gonna show you how I get down, right? If that broad is a renegade, and I know for sure that she's digging on what I'm saying, I know I'm getting ready to have that broad. When that broad is talking to a trick, hey man, I ain't got nothing to say. And I'm talking about even if she ain't with Pimpin'. Why? Because how am I gonna break her, you know what I mean, if she ain't basically been breaking? You know? Now, on the flip side of things, if she's a renegade and say, for example, you know what I'm saying, she basically coming out here every night, she ain't trying to fuck with no pimps, she ain't been getting out of pocket with the pimping, she ain't sitting over there looking for pimping, she just sitting over here taking food, you know what I mean, off a motherfucking pimping hoes table and shit like that. That's why I told y'all, all your niggas that, you know what I mean, in other lifestyles, hey man, one hand wash the other. And I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm just gonna speak very indirectly, but very directly, you know what I mean, to the directors that's listening. That's why your niggas, your cousins, or whoever you know what I mean, down on the blade that's in other lifestyles, that's when you give that, hey, yeah, man, see that over there? Yeah, go ahead, that's all you. P, what you mean? Hey, man, I'm feeding her to the wolves, man. That bitch ain't been getting out of bounds with Pimpin'. She ain't trying to choose up with Sepulveda the Prince. She ain't trying to fuck with King Difference. She ain't trying to fuck with me. She ain't trying to fuck with no Pimpin'. She just keep coming out here every motherfucking night. You understand me? Sitting over there making money, and she don't have no intentions of breaking herself. Okay, I'ma feed her to the wolves. Did you hear what I said? I'ma feed her to the wolves. That means that each and every time that she come out, she's getting ready to get robbed. She will not be able to make any motherfucking money. Not on this blade until she chews up with some pimping. That's why the pimp circle is so necessary. So when we sitting over there fellowshipping and politicking, you know what I mean, Pimpin' gonna let it be known like, she ain't never got out of bounds with me. She ain't never got out of bounds with me. She ain't never got. And so if she never, got out of bounds, you know what I mean, with none of the pimping, she ain't trying to fuck with no pimping. Hey man, when I found out, like I said, she gonna get tired of getting robbed by strangers and gangbangers every day. Do you hear me? She gonna get tired of sitting over there getting robbed by strangers and gangbangers every day. So eventually she gonna choose up on somebody's pimping. But going back to my original point, hey man, when that hoe talking to that trick, I don't have nothing to say. Yeah, when that bitch is talking to that trick, man, I'm speaking in the vernacular of silence. I don't have nothing to say. You know what I mean? And when I say hoe, meaning that she's fucking with pimping. I respect that man's pimping, man. I'm gonna let that pimp get his money. It's a difference from sweating a hoe to motherfucking, you understand me, just harassing a hoe. There is a difference. And plus, let me just say this, man. A pimp gonna stay manicured up. A pimp gonna stay cologned up. A pimp gonna be the best definition of clean, man. Hey, I can't sit up there and chase, after them hoes like you niggas be doing on the blade and shit. Because sweat don't mix with the cologne that I got on. So you'll never see me doing cardio for a hoe that's never sit up there and gave me no dough. No, that's unpimpish. I ain't about to sit up there and be running no motherfucking marathon, trying to chase no damn bitch. Man, you done lost your mind. You niggas look totally unpimpish, man, doing cardio behind a hoe that ain't even have no intentions of giving you a bankroll. Man, you look unpimpish, man. All in the middle of the street, all behind. It's this one video. It's like 17 niggas walking all behind one hoe, man. Hey, man, you niggas look retarded. And that go back to what's gonna separate you from the rest of these niggas, man. You stay pimpish. You stay fly. A pimp that's staying fly, hey man, he ain't about to join this hoes fan club. Some of these hoes got fan clubs, man. And I'm not part of no fan club for no hoe. So if I see the bitch got a large following like King Solomon around this bitch, a multitude trying to say a multitude of words to her, what the fuck I look like joining the crowd of niggas and shit like that? Hell no. I'm gonna be way over here, bitch. I don't want to be a part of that motherfucking crowd. Yeah, I want to be, if that means if everybody going to the right, I'm gonna go to the left. Yeah, I have to separate myself. You know, so when the opportunity do come to present myself to speak about this pimping, yeah, bitch, you know what I mean? I started to come down from the heavens and bless you, you know, on Wednesday night, you know what I mean? I seen you. Yeah, bitch, you should have already knew you was going to get that type of attention any motherfucking way. Bitch, you had on that motherfucking red. You know, red turn heads, bitch, you know what I'm saying? And when you had on that red, I can't even lie to you. You know what I mean? I knew you was sitting over there. I said, God damn. Every time I looked up, a pimp was sweating you or you was getting in and out of a motherfucking Tricks car, bitch. You know, but you already knew that was going to happen when you had that red on. Yeah, when I seen you in that red, and then I seen them little red pumps you got on, bitch, that put, man, both of my dimples came out. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't say nothing to you then, bitch, because you had the 1 million man march, you know what I mean, fan march, you know what I mean, behind you and shit, bitch. I can't join the 1 million fan march for no hoe. Yeah, I'm sinful to P, baby, if you, just in case if you didn't know. Yeah, I couldn't join your little fan club and shit like that. I had to wait till the appointed time for the game to sit up there and bless you so you can hear this, all you can hear a buffet of this game, you know? Yeah, I couldn't join the crowd of niggas and shit like that, baby. That's just not my style, you dig? Yeah. You know, baby, you ain't got to hold on your teeth together and sit up there, you understand me, and keep your teeth together to keep you from smiling. Yeah, ain't no such thing as getting out of pocket with sinful. Yeah, I'm the game, baby. You can never get out of pocket. Don't get out of the pocket with this game. You know, you probably saying to yourself, but saying I'm paying somebody or I'm with somebody. Hey, that's temporary. Yeah, that's temporary. Because listen, the shit that I'm saying is captivating your soul, ain't you? You know, you be like, damn, I don't even hear this shit at home. I don't even hear pimping like this in the home. Yeah, I know, baby. I know. You know, I'm not, hey, listen, man. When I get at that bitch, when I'm spitting pimping at that bitch, hey, man, I'm not about to sit up there, you understand me, and be standing in a crowd full of niggas and all of that type of shit. All that weirdo shit you niggas be doing, man. I let y'all do that. I'm going to separate myself. We ain't about to be 18 deep, crowded around bitches in no goddamn store and shit, and she can't move. And, you know, one nigga freaking on her booty, another nigga sitting over there touching on her leg. And I be seeing you freaky ass niggas trying to use this pimping for all that freaky shit you want to do. I done seen you. I seen them little videos where the bitch can't move and you niggas be so close up on the bitch that your dick grinding all up against the bitch and shit like that. I'm like, look at these freaky ass niggas. These niggas is freaks. Hold on. Quez, that's my boy Capone, boy. I appreciate that 10, little bro. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. Richmond representative. That's my nigga. But yeah, man. I seen that unpimping shit that you niggas be doing, man. And I couldn't be involved in that. You know why? Because I'm separated. The game is going to compel me to separate myself. So if I see 9 pimps surrounding the bitch in a Circle K, that means I'm going to step off to the side. Because I want to be that one pimp, you know, that didn't sweat you. You know, I was so important, bitch, that I couldn't sit up there and crowd you up like that, you know? I seen all them niggas doing the follow the leader challenge, bitch. I had to do the not I said the pimp challenge. Yeah, I was over here, bitch. So look, I'm always looking for ways to separate. Now watch. When that hoe is talking to a trick, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say at all. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I have nothing to say. That's what's going to separate me. Playing this game, pimping by the rules. I'm not running across the street doing the Carl Lewis or the Barry Sanders, the Deion Sanders after a hoe. I'm not trying to do the Rob Woodson, after the hoe, man. That's not what we doing. Some of you niggas be doing the motherfucking Flojo, behind the hoe. I can't do that. That's another thing that's gonna separate me from me and you. And for the young P's that's listening, I want that to separate you from all the other motherfuckers that's professing pimping. Every dumbass retarded shit that you see these niggas doing, you ain't got nothing to do with that. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? You don't have nothing to do with that. Hold on. There we go. You don't got nothing to do with that. If they say, hey, listen, check it out. If they taking their phones out, recording bitches, because I don't know where y'all got this weird shit at. You taking your phone out, you're recording yourself chasing after prostitutes, just so you can put it on Instagram so you get your views up. Hey man, you know what's gonna separate you from them? Yeah, don't do that retarded ass shit. Cause these niggas is doing shit that's helping the feds. These niggas is doing something that's helping these people. Yeah, you don't work for the feds. You don't work for them people, man. So you don't be doing police ass shit like that, running all behind a hoe, recording yourself, chasing hoes and shit like that. Hey man, we not doing that. We don't do that. So, we just separating ourselves from a lot of retarded, riddling baby ass shit, man, that be going on, man. That's what's gonna separate you. Hey, I can't help myself. Let me throw this in there. Hey, man, another thing that's gonna separate you, from these niggas, man. Hey, when you put your hoe down or you got your hoes down, you let them pimps pimp at your hoes. Hey, that's that hoe job, man, to hoe around them motherfuckers, man, and sit up there and find her way in a hoe's place, which is in a trick's face, man. Yeah. That ain't your job to be sitting over there playing Suge Knight tonight, every time a motherfucking pimp, is sitting over there sweating your hoe, man. Stop trying to be omnipresent to P. We don't do that. Sapopa the Prince, that's my nigga. But if Sapopa the Prince want to sit up there and get at that hoe and he sweating that hoe, hey man, I'm turning my back. I don't got nothing to, hey, that man on his job. But P, that's your nigga. P, hey man, listen. He's on his job. I don't know, P's circumstance at that particular time. He might not even know that's my hoe, because you know how I get down. I ain't coming to the blade like, okay, special Pimp announcement. Everybody gather around. I just want to make known to every pimp and hoe that these hoes right here, these are my hoes. Okay? So all of the P's that's cool with me, if we've ever been in a pimp circle, if we ever talked on the phone, or if you consider yourself cool with me, if you following me on Instagram or we Facebook friends, do not sweat my hoes. These are my hoes. Special Pimp announcement. These hoes right here are my hoes. Do not sweat these hoes, y'all. These my hoes. Hey, you especially, because you got something to say to a bitch. Do not say nothing to my hoes, y'all. Good looking, fam. Do we have that understood? Okay, I hope everybody have a good night tonight. Everybody be blessed. I just wanted to make this known that these are my hoes. Do not sweat them. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. I don't get down like that. That shit y'all be doing, man. Hey, that shit lame as hell. I don't get down like that, man. You know what I mean? That's how these niggas get down. Every time a pimp got something to say to they hoe and shit. What's going on, P? What's going on, P's? Oh, man, what's going on with you, P? Yeah, man. I seen you getting at the little light-skinned one. Yeah, the little thick one. Yeah, you with the little red and white outfit. Yeah, P, I just wanted to let you know, man. That's my hoe. Yeah, that's my hoe, man. Yeah, that's my hoe, bitch, man. Yeah. I'm just letting you know, man. Oh, okay, P. Yeah, P, that's what's up, man. Yeah, she's some nice work. Yeah, man. That hoe, man, she's spoken for, man. I just had to let you know, man, because I was like, man, I seen you sitting over there sweating the bitch. I was like, oh, man, let me go and let P know, man. You know what I mean? That hoe spoken for, man. Yeah, that hoe spoken for, man. You know what I'm saying? You did what I'm saying, man. Let that hoe, man. Yeah, let that hoe work, man. Let her work, P. Let her work, P's. P, I am letting her work, but while I'm letting her work, I'm working at the hoe. I ain't been speaking to the hoe or been at the bitch, man. Every time that a trick pulled up, I had nothing to say to the bitch. But hey, man, as long as the police ain't around or no trick is around, anytime that I see that hoe down, man, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be at the bitch, man. The hoe, she is in the hoe's place, and I'm in the pimp's place, man. I'm in her face, man. I'm at the bitch. No, P, no, man, listen. That hoe spoken for her, man. She spoken for her, P's. I'm just, hey, matter of fact, P, do you got a hoe down? Do you got a hoe down so I can sweat? Where is your bitch so I can sweat her, man? I don't do weird shit like that. And for the young P's, man, that's been listening to this game being conveyed from here, hey, man, I don't want you to do that. I don't do that, and I don't want you to do that. We don't do the, oh, man, let the hoe work, man. We don't do that. The only time that we got something to say when a nigga basically has done too much is when he didn't put his hand on that bitch. He not pimping with his mouth. He basically done put his hands on her, or you know what I mean? He doing all of these, he causing too much, because some of y'all be doing a lot of unpimping shit, making U-turns in front of the police, you know what I mean, just to get at the broad. You making yourself hot and you making the bitch hot. Now listen, you can sweat the hoe, man. You can sweat the hoe. But what I will say, if this hoe, at least to me, this is how I get down. If I done got at this woman and I said what I needed to say, I'm like Luther with that song, man. I'm going on with my day. Because at least she heard me say, hey, man, that's how I feel about it. I'm not about to sweat this hoe all fucking night. She heard what I said. Now, it's a difference if she gave me some rhythm. If she's smiling and laughing and talking back, I am ethy bitch all night. But if I've been getting at that hoe and she ain't got out of bounds, she ain't gave me no type of action, man, I'm not about to sit up there, man, and keep, casting pearls before swine, man. Do you hear me? I'm going to be ethy bitch if the bitch got out of pocket. I'm going to be ethy bitch if the bitch sit up there and, did something that was like indicating like, yeah, seeing, I'm feeling you. Like, just keep sweating me. Just keep sweating me. Like, I'm there. I really want to fuck with you. I just don't know how. I'm going to be at the bitch all night. She's in for it. Especially if, I done complimented her and she trying to fight the feeling and I can see it, and she turning her head, because I done made hoes stop dead in their track. They putting their hands over their face, all of that shit. And if I got that going on, yes, I am at the bitch. I am sweating this hoe, man. She's getting sweaty. But if that hoe ain't gave me no type of action, she ain't smiling, she ain't doing no laughing, she ain't spoke back, she just been an in-pocket hoe. Some of y'all remember that one video. How many remember that one video I was on Fig and I was sweating that hoe and she stood there the whole time? She's not moving. That's a pure example right there of, and I didn't get her that night. I ended up, of course she got out of bounds with me, but I didn't end up sitting over there, you understand me, having that situation until later. But I knew I was gonna knock the bitch because all of this pimping that's coming out my mouth and you just standing there, you're not walking away, you're not moving, You standing there, and I could just tell the way, hey man, Pimp discernment is a motherfucker. I know who like me. I know who like me. Hold on. Andre, man, appreciate that 20, fam. Good looking. Prince said, I remember that. Yeah. I'm sitting over there popping at that hoe, and she just standing right there. Yeah, you letting me know that you like me. You know what I mean? You're not moving around or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You like what I got to say. Yeah, you like what I got to say. Yeah, I like that. You know what I mean? So that means I need to give you some more of it. But like I said, if she has not given me any type of rhythm at all, I'm going to leave a hoe alone. I'm going to leave her alone, and you should too. It's not pimpish to be doing the Deion Sanders across the street for these hoes. It's not pimpish to be sitting over there sweating a hoe all night that ain't gave you no rhythm. You've been sweating this hoe for weeks. You've been sweating this hoe all month, and she always in pocket. Fam, she's not that special. I'm going to give a compliment, or I might give something, that I don't like. Because, I got positivity and negativity with my pimping. Yeah. I'm always looking for ways to separate. See, I wasn't even thinking about that, but let me pop this at you. Observation, man. Observation going to keep you from getting shot. Observation going to keep you from getting killed, P. Observation going to keep you from getting arrested tonight. Observation to keep you, you understand me, from giving an invitation to a bitch that's broke and want to stay broke. Observation. Observation gonna keep you from fucked up situations and that last destination called the graveyard, man. Observation. You gotta be watchful. Some of y'all be having y'all music up so loud and you can't hear your surroundings. When you come to the blade, turn your music down. When you first come to the blade, turn your music down and sit up there and drive through the blade, man, and listen. Watch. Before you say anything to anybody, be watchful. See who's who. You might be sitting over there about to call this girlfriend prostitute that's a girlfriend and fiance of this Crip nigga, a blood nigga, and if she get on the phone and call him, he not coming to, hey, P, what's happening, P? He not doing none of that. He's getting ready to shoot you on bloods. Hold on, what my son? Paru. No. You know what I mean? Paru. Come on, man. That's how he coming. He's not coming to do no talking. Y'all know the song, Paru, He's coming, man. He not doing no talking. None. You sitting over there, hey, bitch, what's happening, bitch, man? I like something about you, you know what I'm saying? It's time to fuck with Pimpin', man. Woo. And you sitting there, hey, bitch, what up, bitch? I ain't your bitch. I ain't no bitch. Hold on, bitch. Why you talking to me like that? All right, I got your bitch. Yeah, it's this nigga, he in a Cadillac, and he keep calling me a bunch of bitches, and I told him to go about his bitch ass business and shit like that. I was like, blood, you got me fucked up. I ain't your bitch. You know what I mean? Go on about your business. If I call my nigga, he gonna come out here tripping. He there right now? Yeah, he right now. He in the white Cadillac. Woo. Paru. No. You know what I mean? He come on, man. Paru. He's not coming through to talk to you, to socialize. He is coming through to lay you down. You know what I mean? He's coming through with the Paru, man. And you could have avoided getting killed. You could have avoided being in the grave. But due to the fact that you wasn't being observant and watchful, you might have been able, if you had did some observation before you endeavored to have a conversation with the bitch, you could have seen that this bitch was not a hoe. You could clearly see that the bitch is a girlfriend prostitute that's fucking with a stranger and gangbanger, you understand me, of this game. You know what I'm saying? We done lost too many pimps, man. because them niggas wasn't doing no observation. Rest in peace, Mac Bomb. Rest in peace, you know what I mean, to a few P's that I know that they got killed on these blades and shit. You know what I mean? Pimping at these bras that ain't even hoes, man. Hey man, you niggas better sit up there and be observant, man. And young P that's listening, that's what's gonna separate you from most of the P's. From most of these niggas that profess to be pimps. Being observant. You know what I mean? Like I always say, observe, stay preserved, and that's the way you know who gonna deserve your time. Observation. You know what I mean? I don't want these niggas coming through Paruing on you, man. I don't want a nigga to start cripping and tripping on you, man, and you dead. I want you to live and pimp another day. You know? You need to be watchful. Turn down that Larry June. Turn down that Sugar Free. Turn down the Silky Slim and the Rilo and the Freeze is it. Hey man, turn that down for right now. When you come through, you know, listen, pay attention. Look at your surroundings. See what's going down. You know what I mean? You might even see them people on the back streets on some bullshit. You know what I mean? Pay attention, man. You know, if you pay attention, you might get ready to see something getting ready to jump off on some other shit. You need to get out the area. You got to pay attention. You know, that's what's going to separate you from everybody else in the game. A lot of niggas just be moving, man. And the only reason why they haven't been killed or locked up is because God has been merciful. Other than that, hey, man, them niggas would have been dead. Punchy, man. Appreciate that 20, fam. You know, good looking. You know, if it had not been, man, niggas would have been dead. You got to be watchful, sober, vigilant. Your adversary, the enemy, is endeavoring to take your life, to steal, kill, and destroy. You got to be observant, P. You got to maintain your liberty in society. You got to be able to campaign and pimp another day, man. Observe. So listen, you know, when it comes to, of course, because I'm going to even touch on that. Like I said, I ain't even got enough time to say everything, man. This subject can go to a part 10, 20. But listen to me. When you in them casinos, especially, let's just cut the chase. This got other casinos in other areas, but mainly when we talk about them casinos, man, we talking about that Vegas. When you moving around in them casinos, man, you need to be moving like there's a camera everywhere, because literally, nigga, there is a camera everywhere. Do you hear me? There's a camera everywhere. Be watchful of what the fuck you saying out your mouth, P. You can't just move and do what you want to do in these casinos, P. Some of y'all be sitting over there sweating hoes in casinos like you on Figueroa. You should not be conducting yourself in the Wynn Casino like you on Figueroa. You shouldn't be conducting yourself, you understand me, in the Bellagio like you on Hope Boulevard. It don't go like that. What's wrong with you? And young P that's listening, that's what's going to separate you from most of these clowns, most of these riddling baby ass niggas that's calling themselves pimps today. That's what's going to separate you. That's what's going to separate you, P. When you in them casinos, hey, check this out. You know how a lot of niggas got locked up and arrested? You know, Piucci, he in AZ right now, but he had caught another case in Vegas. You know what I mean? Another young P of mine, you know what I mean? Not Mac Rich, the one that y'all out, but another Mac Rich. He ended up getting caught up at the bar. Big white titty bitch sitting over there talking about she looking for pimping and she want to fuck with a pimp, and he talking all of this pimp shit, and he sit up there and say some incriminating shit at the bar, and then he breaks the bitch at the bar. And as soon as he breaks the bitch at the bar, Metro comes in. Kid, put your hands up, put your hands up. That's how Metro did him, man. But he could have avoided, no, it wasn't at the MGM. I want to say it was at the, Treasure Island. You know what I mean? Treasure Island. And you know, a lot of niggas think they be knowing Vegas. They be like, oh man, you know, ain't no vice up in here. Ain't no vice up in here. Hey man, listen, man, vice will slide anywhere. Stop thinking that vice just be in certain casinos. Now, I will say there's certain main casinos that they do be in. But at the same time, don't think that because you in this casino that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do because Vice don't be in here. They might frequently be in others, you know, more frequently, but that don't mean that they won't be up in this motherfucker either. So motherfuckers thought they had a go pass. Motherfuckers thought that he could do whatever he wanted because he was in Treasure Island and ended up getting his ass locked the fuck up. You cannot do what you want to do. You got to be watchful. You got to watch what you say. Now watch this. Observation would have saved his ass in that situation because if she was a hoe, that means she would be in a hoe's place. What's a hoe's place? In a trick's face. And most of them vice that pretend to be hoes, you idiot, they don't even be talking to tricks. They done figured you niggas out. They like, man, all we got to do is have a white officer dress up like a hoe and just sit her at a bar and just say that, you know what I mean, she's in need of some pimping, and these niggas will just have diarrhea at the mouth. They done figured you niggas out, man. It's just that easy to get a nigga locked up, to get a dumbass young nigga locked the fuck up. Bitch ain't getting at the trick. She ain't getting at no money. Now, first of all, that should sit up there, you understand me, and make your antennas go up. Wait a minute, man. She professing to be a hoe, and she not getting at the money. She not talking to no tricks. She's not endeavoring to break nobody. She just sitting at the bar, you know what I mean, just waiting on pimps to sit up there and sweat her and talk to her. Something is wrong with this picture. But see, when you just moving just to be moving, and you're not thinking, you're not observing, then yes, you're just going to end up basically initiating the conversation and giving some incriminating information about yourself. And you're going to be in incarceration, you understand me, on tonight. You're going to be in CCDC singing Deborah Cox, How Did I Get Here? That's how that's going to work for you. But observation can keep you from that. And young P's that's listening, yeah, man, you know, we don't be doing unpimping shit. We don't be running after hoes in casinos and chasing them in the elevators and all of that shit. We don't move like that. Yeah, we too pimpish, man. You know, we don't be sitting over there running and doing cardio all in the casino, cameras everywhere. Hey, man, we too professional. You know, motherfucker ain't gonna disrespect these $1,000 shoes that motherfucker got on his feet, man, to be sitting over there chasing and running after a bitch. You know what I mean? No, man, that's unpimpish. You know, we just want to make a good impression, and hopefully, man, it'll lead to some progression today or later on whenever the game want to sit up there and make it known, man. You know what I mean? That's what we on. We here to make good impressions. We not here to make transgressions, man. You know, some of y'all niggas is making transgressions, you know, in the game. We just trying to make progressions in the game. And maybe tonight just might have been a first impression, good impression night that'll lead to some good, you know, perfection and progression later on, man, you know? But for right now, yeah, I ain't into all of that, man. I ain't into sitting over there chasing bitches in the elevators and, you know what I mean? No, man. That's not our style. That's not our way. Appreciate that 20 Trap. Appreciate that 20 Dominique. Good looking, man. You know, that's not our way. We don't get down like that. That's not how we coming. Why? We're professionals. Professionals don't move like that. Men of honor, men of class, Renaissance men. Men that are clean all the time, fly all the time. You know, too poised for that. Not about to be chasing after this bride. You said you a king. Why are you chasing a servant in the elevator? If you say you're a king, Why are you sitting over there chasing after this prostitute with cameras watching you, King? You done got off your throne and you chasing this prostitute, you know what I mean? This young and silly and dumb and then most of them, you have to understand, most of them are not receiving good instructions at home. So by most of them never receiving good instructions from home, the moment that you sweat them, they're going to say something or do something that's going to cause the wrong attention to you. They haven't been taught to conduct themselves while under pressure or being sweated by a pimp. So with her green ass, she might say something to do something that might alert security or metro your way. So you got to know how to conduct yourself, man. You can't be conducting yourself, you know what I mean, in the motherfucking Venetian, the same way that you conduct yourself on a Cali blade. What's wrong with you? You got to be watchful, careful, and hope that God be merciful, man, when you moving out here in these streets. Hey, listen, let me leave you, let me say some things. Hey, man, there's been some pimps, man, that's been getting shot. P just got shot not too long ago. Yeah, got shot on the blade, you know what I mean, sweating his broad. And when it got conveyed to me, the way that I see it, that was actually avoidable. I ain't making no justification for why a pimp got shot. Hell no, should have never happened. You know, and fuck whoever sit up there and actually shoot a pimp. But for you knowledgeable, wise pimps out there, and for you young pimps that's listening, hey man, we got to make observation before we endeavor to have a conversation with these brides, man. We can't bless every woman with our conversation anyway, because every woman ain't worthy of our pimping. Second of all, you know what I mean, which is still first of all, we don't know who this bitch fucking with. Some of these bitches, it's a reason why they fuck with certain type of niggas. She's fucking with this type of crazy ass nigga that she can give a percentage of her money to because she know as soon as she get on the phone, you know what I mean, and call him, he gonna come tripping. Do you hear what I'm saying? He's not coming to do no pimping. He's coming to do some sliding. He gonna slide your motherfucking ass. So if she feel, you know what I mean, she ain't even gotta feel like she being disrespected. She could just call just on some bullshit and he'll come through there tripping. So you gotta be very careful, man, and prayerful and hope that God be merciful, man, in this day and age, man, because things is quite different, man. This is not the day of the gentleman. All right? This is not the day of the gentleman. What I mean by that is, you know, it's a famine in the land for a Renaissance man. It's a famine in the land for a gentleman. It's a famine in the land for men. These guys are not trying to, you know, rationalize and socialize, you know what I mean, with other men to help get an understanding. No. They sitting over there want to shoot you for the first misunderstanding that they have. So it's a different day, man. You got to move wisely. And moving wisely is what's going to separate you from most of the niggas today that profess to be what you are. You know? But yeah, just to let you know, man, we don't conduct ourselves, you know what I mean, like that. Another thing I want to be, you know what I mean, because I didn't mean, I'm already over the 2-hour mark. Damn, man. I swear it feels like I just started the video not too long ago. I can't believe that 2 hours didn't already pass, man. God damn. But let me just slide this in, man. Other things that, you know, let me just get back on that health thing. Hey, that's gonna really help your campaign, P. You know, for you young niggas, man, that's in your 20s or your 30s or even your 40s, man, you know what I mean? Work out. Yeah, work out, P. That's gonna help your catch hand like no other. Always remember that I am my best campaign. Not the car, not the house, not the jewelry, not none of that. Man, that's just an additional, man. That's an accessory, man, but I'm the necessity. I am my best campaign. I have to work out. I have to read. I have to meditate on pimping. I got to do these things. Why? Because I am my best campaign. I got to work out. I have to. It's not even just attracting, women. It's not just that. I got to work out because I love basically myself. It ain't just for the bitch. It ain't just to knock bitches in the campaign. No, it's for a greater reason. I got to work out because I love me. And anything that benefits me, I should be doing. Having good health and having taking care of your body, this is beneficial for me. So I'm not just doing it just to knock some Boston baked bean head ass bitch. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm working out because I want to do it and I have to do it. It's because of the type of man that I am. The man that I am won't allow me, to sit up there and while I got people looking up to me and this fire that I got on the inside to remain out of shape. Seeing what caused you to lose weight? Was it a motivational speech? I didn't need nobody to make a motherfucking motivational speech to me. I was depressed because my mom had passed away and my drug was different than y'all. Many of y'all, you get on the mother drugs. My drug was, Italian food and Chinese and all of that stuff. But when I thought about how I allowed myself to get into the spirit of depression and just eat myself away, I became disgusted with myself. I began to see, pictures of how I looked when I first got out of prison and how I'm not as handsome as that man that got out of prison. And man, I began to get disgusted with myself. I began to think about all the young men that have been inspired by me to become greater men. You know what I mean? And I don't want to just influence them in one or two or a few capacities. I want to influence them in totality, even physically. Because when you read about the old Crips, when you read about, the old Blackstones, when you read about, when these organizations and gangs first started, hey man, it was mandatory for them niggas to work out. They wanted to look like men. They wanted to look like manly men. They wanted to look masculine. That's what they wanted to make. And having titties that's big as Pamela Anderson or titties that's bigger than your woman's, hey man, that ain't manly. I don't care how pimpish you try to make the shit sound and look. Hey man, having titties bigger than your hoes, man, hey man, that ain't pimpish, man. Oh man, these hoes is feeding me, man. These hoes is feeding. Hey man, then, tell them, hey, then stop, limit that shit down. It's not pimpish to sit up there and have a belly button as long as a hallway, Hey, that ain't it, man. Get your campaign together. Oh man, that's a whole nother message. But yeah, get your campaign together, man. You are your best campaign. I am my best campaign. I can lose a house. I can lose jewelry. I can lose hoes. I can lose this situation. All situations got an expiration date on it. Every run come to an end. But as long as I don't lose me, as long as I realize, you understand me, that I'm the prize, as long as I realize and keep realizing that I'm the best definition of important, that I'm my best campaign, that's what encourages me. That's what keep me focused on being focused. That's what keep me persevering and, endeavoring to get to that destination called success. That's what's going to keep you working out when you want to lay down and cry, or when you want to lay down because your mama died or your brother was killed, or, whatever tragic situation that transpired in your life, man. That's what's going to pump and motivate your ass. There's a destination called success, and I got to get there. I can't sit up there and get there crying about something that I can't change. This person is gone or that happened. I can't go back in history and change that. But what I can do is use what happened and what didn't happen in my yesterday as encouragement for me to do what the fuck I'm supposed to do today. And keep, you understand me, whatever was incorrect in my yesterday from happening to today into my tomorrow. That's what I can do. And for those of you that's listening to this game, that's what you can do, P, to separate yourself from others. When everybody else is sleeping, when everybody not presiding over their business, while others are sitting over there smoking, and taking their youth for granted, You're sitting over there capitalizing off of you being in your youth. While everybody else getting high and on drugs and, drinking lean during those times, you in the gym. When all them niggas are sitting in a circle talking about nothing, you sitting over there, you understand me, reading, books from great authors. You participating in debates with other infinite-minded men. You're not wasting time because you come to the realization that time don't wait on nobody. And just like it was 2020, and just like it's getting ready to be 2022 soon, you don't have time to waste. You've come to the realization that time ain't gonna wait on me. Before I know it, I'll be 40. Before I know it, I'll be 50. If God let me live, I'll be 60. What am I gonna do with this thing called time? How am I gonna use this? How am I gonna use this to capitalize off of? I don't have time for, conversations that have no edification, no inspiration, no uncommon information in. I don't have time for that. My time is limited. So while everybody is sleeping and while all the rest of the pimps is acting like, all the young pimps is acting like they run is gonna last forever, they acting like they gonna have them hoes forever, they pimping like, they spending money and, buying all of that shit, making the white man and the Jewish man more richer, by buying this and buying that. I'm looking up what to invest in. I'm increasing my discipline, and in saving, and I'm sitting over there increasing my knowledge in what to invest in. I got to have a plan, because he that doesn't have a plan is planning to fail. So I got to have a plan, man. I don't want to be another 60, 70-year-old pimp talking about what I did 30 and 40 years ago. I don't want to be a 60-year-old pimp asking a 20 or 30-year-old pimp for a jug to pay for my room. I have to wisely preside over my money. Ain't no 401k with this shit. So yes, I have to preside over my business or businesses, correctly and wisely. I have to, and you know what? And that's what's going to separate you from most niggas in the game. Taking care of your business. Presiding over your business. And another thing, you ain't going to get what I'm about to say to you, probably till later on, but knowing how to be swift to, Hey, listen, when it's a conversation of information going on, be swift to hear and slow to speak. And knowing when to speak and what to speak about. Because if you put everybody in your business, you ain't gonna have no business. Did you get that? If you put everybody in your business, you ain't gonna have no business. So, it's who to listen to, who to talk to, knowing what to talk about. All of these things play a major part, and how basically, how things are going to basically sit up there and turn out for you in this game. Knowing who to listen to, knowing who to talk to, knowing what to talk about. That. I'm not trying to repeat history, because if you pay attention to all of them documentaries, of this pimping, most of them, if not all of them, had in common when they asked, what is the one thing that you regret? All of them, I wish I would have saved my money. I wish I would have presided. The stories was beautiful. The pictures, man, with the Rolls Royces and the Bentleys and the Benzes and the mansion homes and all of this, man, is so beautiful. But down the line, when you no longer have it, and when you broke, and when you stand in a weekly or a monthly, and you telling everybody that in the days of their youth the truth of your yesterday, somebody gonna have sense enough to say, hey man, what you do with that money? What happened? What transpired? And I don't want you young people repeating that history. So listen to me. Every run gonna come to an end. I know she just sat up there and told you, Daddy, I'll never leave you, and some of you were stupid enough to believe it. But I'm here to tell you, man, save your money so your money can save your ass. Or, acknowledge God in all things. Let him direct that path. Lean not to your own understanding. Don't lean to your intellect, and diligently study every day on what to invest in. So you can take the money from the pavement, man, and turn that into wise investments. I've put a wealth of knowledge. I've posted a wealth of knowledge and information, man, on my Patreon concerning credit, portfolios, discipline on how to save money. All of it's there. Take heed. Take heed. You're not going to be in your 20s forever. Take heed. You're not going to be in your 30s forever. Take heed. You're not going to be in your 40s looking like you in your 20s or 30s forever. Take heed. You're not going to be in your 50s looking like maybe you're in your 30s forever. Take heed. You are going to get old. Take heed. The older you get, especially if you don't have your tools, if you don't got your shit together, the harder it's going to be for you to do any type of pimping. Take heed, man. So listen, of course, man, I didn't get to everything that I wanted to get to because it's just too much for me to get to tonight, in all honesty. So of course it will be a part 2 of this. We definitely will get into a continuation, man, at another appointed time, because I didn't even get halfway through. I did, man. You know what I mean? I got so many things, man, but you know me, man, I just hit the live button, man, and I just go off. But man, it's so much, man, that I didn't even get a chance to cover. So it definitely will be a part 2, but I don't want to overload you, man. I'm already over 2 hours. And I know some people like, P, you don't beat. No, I don't. All I do is take my phone, man, hit the live button, man, and, I just go off. I don't write only time I write anything down is when I'm doing a review on a movie or a documentary, but I don't write anything down. Those of you that's been watching me for years, you know that. Sin, just hit the live button, man, and teach. But yes, there definitely will be a part 2, because I didn't even get, there's a list of things in my mind that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't even get halfway there. But it's okay, because I spoke in the will of the game, so it wasn't the will of the game for me to get halfway there. But I basically, it was just some more of it, but never enough of it, Yeah, but I appreciate you guys. Make sure that you hit the like button. I appreciate all the contributions. I appreciate everybody, that gave tonight, every Cash App, every Super Chat. I appreciate all of that. Thank you. Oh, and another thing, before I go, I want all of you that's on Instagram, I want everybody, because I'll be going live early morning on my Instagram, man. I want you to come chop it up. Yeah, I do go live on my Instagram. So come to SINFULTHEP 773. Sinful to P 773 on Instagram. That and the Museum of Game, that is my only pages. Of course, Johnny got his page, but everybody knows that that's my intellectual property. Sin was the one that came up with the Museum of Game. Y'all know that. But yes, just go to Sinful to P 773 on Instagram. And mods, do me a favor, man. Put the link to my Patreon in the comment section and give everybody an opportunity to come. Give them an opportunity to come to the Patreon. Oh, yes. And man, I done totally forgot. Because I'm not into the days. Around this time, man, even before this time, what I do is I allow women to be with their families, enjoy their family and friends during this time. And if she don't have no family, of course, she get to spend time, with me. But around this time, man, I always sent them hoes, and ain't nothing changed to be around their families, man. So when they tell you that, pimps be keeping hoes away from their families and things like that. That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie, man. I don't have nothing to do with that. Especially around, like I said, I'm not a Christmas person, but I appreciate that these holidays does bring families together. And I just love to see you guys and your stories and in your pictures, man, just eating and fellowshipping with your families and things like that. It brings a smile to my face because I wish I can do that with mine. You know what I'm saying? So even though I don't celebrate the holiday, I celebrate people. I celebrate love. I celebrate peace, serenity, unity, family. And I do see that coming together with some of these holidays, man. That can't be denied. So even though I'm not into the pagan holiday, I'm just into families coming together, man. It's a beautiful sight. But I appreciate you guys. Man, thank you. Once again. Oh, and shout out to Bill. Shout out to Bill, man. Y'all, Bill just recently lost his father. I want everybody to give encouraging words before I leave to Bill. Bill's right now, he's in the comment section. He just lost his father, man. And he even took out time to still be with us tonight. He just lost his father. Y'all give encouraging words, man, to Bill in the comment section. Also, Snazzy Girl's birthday is coming up. For those of you that's going to be busy later on this month, you might be too busy that you can't say it. So you can say it now. You can just say happy birthday to Snazzy Girl. Also, what did I want? When you see Brother Marshall McGee, he's a vocalist. He's a singer. You can go to his page, his Facebook page, and support him. I'm just trying to think of everybody, man, that I can support at this particular time, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I see y'all giving props, showing birthday love to Snazzy, and also acknowledging that Bill just lost his father. We got to be there for each other, man. Some of us, man, we all we got. Some of y'all got a big family, and some of us don't even know our family. That's just the truth. But for those of you that's listening, man, I want you to, thank God that you got your father. Thank God that you got your mother. Or your father and mother might be dead, man. You might be an active participant in the game, and all you got is your women. Show love to your women. Yeah. Show love to your women, man. That's another thing that's gonna separate you. When you send them women off to enjoy their time, like I did, like I've been doing. Hey, man, send them off, with some money so they can enjoy themselves with their family. Let them enjoy themselves. Like I said, I'm not into the days. I'm just into people. I just love the people. And yeah, man, we can't deny that. I'm not into Christmas, but man, that Christmas music is just so beautiful to me. Not in, like I said, I might even go, y'all want me to go live? I'll probably go live later on, play some Christmas. So I don't mind doing that. I love Christmas songs. Not into the holiday, but man, Christmas music, oh man, beautiful. Temptations, Donny Hathaway, Luther, man, R. Kelly guy. I could just go on, man. You trying to battle. Man, you ain't trying to lose no money during Christmas. I feel like Jay-Z, man. Can't nobody stand on the stage with me, man. Knock that off. But listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you, for enjoying time. If I do come back, it'll be later on. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this video, and we'll chop it up at a later time. Matter of fact, y'all probably go live, because I've been wanting to go live about what Jay said too. We can chop it up, have a debate or whatever. But I'm going to end this, man, so y'all can get this video and study it and go back and forth. To all the young P's, this is definitely a video you should study. Love you, man. Get back at you later. I'm gone.